certain. We're supposed to set up a certain amount of cargo in the plane, aren't we?
Yes. So if you set up 17 or 18% fuel and a full payload, so 100% on the payload, it should bring it up to the maximum takeoff weight.
Okay, thank you.
You know you can overload these, Beth.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you can overload them, but to make it just easier.
Yeah.
I did a flight where I had, in one of the cargo pods, I had 1.8 tons on top of a full load, and it still got into the air. I think that it managed to finally get airborne at about 85 knots. So it was it didn't fly very nice.
What I don't like is that I couldn't find reverse thrust.
Just hold down F2.
Well, but no, I mean, let me rephrase that. I was at a small airport with no ground services, and I couldn't get it to go backwards.
Oh, no.
Oh, you can do shift P.
Yeah, you can shift P.
I tried, several times. And the person on the cart just, nope, had that off. Person on the cart just looked at me. I finally switched planes temporarily to one with that I knew had reverse thrust to get out of there, and then switched back.
What time of day are we doing here?
10 a.m.
Actually, my world tour came just by here.
Yeah?
Past Islamabad, I flew over the Faisal Mosque.
Well, we're going to be going through part of the Silk Road.
So my flight would be, the Himalayas flight would be basically just from India in the Himalayas all the way across Nepal.
Oh, nice.
Do the whole thing. Yeah. Takes 3 hours. And you guys did a section of it. I gave you a section early on.
The VNDP.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one shouldn't be 3 hours. The whole flight doesn't take 3 hours to do. And the whole flight is actually significantly shorter than that, but it gives everyone a chance to play and try and set down at some weird places.
Yeah, so if you start at VNDP, it's like an hour, a bit more than an hour, and you can do that kind of thing. I was thinking of doing that. Actually, I think it's set up for that.
What's your payload percent?
100%.
Oh my god.
We're on a humanitarian mission, people. Come on. We've got to take some risks.
And 18% fuel?
18% fuel, and then once you've done that, select the payload to 100%, so it'll be whatever's left you can take as...
Oh, you've got good ears.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello.
I'm just booting up right now.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, sure, it reversed here just fine.
Yeah, I'm not starting my engine until the very last second because of the limited availability of fuel.
I started in parking.
We're taking off from OPTA.
OPTA, yes, Tarbella Dam. Make sure everything's plugged in while I'm here. I'm going to use my slew to get in position. I'm going to pretend I'm driving. Oh, everyone's parked up on the parking. This looks wonderful.
Yeah, Brano just spawned in. I'm parked in GA light.
Oh. Yeah, so we are going to be... there's a turn-in spot at the end of this runway, so we have to taxi all the way down to the end of the runway, to the south end, and then we'd be turned around at the bottom and taken off.
People must be using liveries they don't have.
Thank you for following. That's very kind.
What are we using for time of day?
Is it...
10 a.m.
Czech Filipino, is it? Are you coming to fly with us, man?
Today? Like February 7th?
Yeah, just normal time of day. Live date. Put your fuel to 18%, and then put your payload to 100%. Yeah, man, we're going to be... you should join now. We're meeting up now, and we're going to be taking off in about 15 minutes, so... yeah, hop on.
Is there a flight plan to load?
Nope. The two airfields that we will be stopping at as part of the trip don't actually exist. They don't have an ICAO code or anything like that. They're both be set up as relief sort of temporary airfields by the military. So that's the backstory about them anyway.
Good evening.
Good evening.
One just spawned into my cockpit. Like I saw your glasses. Funny. Because we're in the same parking spot.
That's hilarious.
How many people have we got for this particular flight? Is this going to be... Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
Am I getting this right? We're taking off at night?
Nope, we're taking off in the day, 10 a.m. So you can put it to... you can choose whatever weather you like, to be perfectly honest. I mean, live weather shouldn't be too bad. But I've put it on clear skies because we get to enjoy the scenery a little bit more. Oh, there's a nice selection of caravans here, and I can see everyone's liveries as well.
I can't see everyone's. I must be missing some.
Yeah?
Maybe you're in.
Yeah, that's sort of bound to happen. There's a couple of scenery packs in use. There's the one that North Coast here on the Discord has set up for us. He's made a few liveries for these aircraft. And then there's the Project Mega Pack livery. And
I
they've
have
got,
that one.
yeah, that's probably most of the ones you'll be able to see. I'm using the default skin because, yeah. Oh, nice. There's like a massive amount of caravans in one place. This is wonderful.
Got a decent little group.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be hilarious getting into one of the fields with this amount of people. It's a little bit more accuracy this time, especially for the first field we'll be landing at. It's not that big. So it's the entire field length is about 310 meters. And if anybody read the NOTAM that I put up, I put a fake NOTAM up for that airfield, that temporary airfield, and there's a power line in the way. Like there's literally a power line, pretty much in the centre of the airfield. So we have to land to the right of that. It's not like smack in the centre. It's sort of like the way you approach the airport. It's slightly sort of offset to the left.
Be right back. I just gotta restart.
Yeah, no worries.
Makes me want to load up some other liveries so I can see everyone.
Go for it, man. We won't be taking off for another at least 13 minutes. Our takeoff time is 15:15. It just gives everyone a chance to work out any bugs they might be having. We found it necessary.
Maybe able to cycle your servers a couple of times.
Love that
God,
old
I
red
updated.
Canadian livery.
I updated to these new drivers. What a mistake.
Yeah.
Definitely more stuttering in VR with these new ones. I should have kept the old one.
The pushback's not working for me right now either.
It's acting really bizarre with this aircraft. It's pushing back really slowly, regardless of whether I got the parking brake on or not.
Yeah, I don't even, like mine's not even pushing.
No?
Nope.
Maybe there's enough push... Yeah, maybe there's loads of pushback tugs that are in use now, because...
Yeah.
Now mine is just working, but weirdly.
So I should get only 13% fuel?
18%.
Okay.
Yeah, so if everyone makes sure they've got 18% fuel, and then on top of that, the cargo is at 100% after they've changed the fuel level. Because that way it won't overweight your aircraft. We'll have to do one of those flights one day where we're overweight. Like escaping a volcano or something.
That's how you fly a Beaver, right? If the floats are above the water, then you're good to go.
Yeah. It hasn't sank. It's fine.
I shouldn't customize the payload
Pardon?
before the flight. Should I customize the payload before the flight somehow?
Just if you go to your top menu bar, there's the fuel icon, the weight and fuel balance. If you just set the fuel to 17, or like I've set mine to 17, 18%.
Yeah, 18. What about the payload though?
Just move the slider right up to 100.
Oh, okay. Heavy.
It should automatically fill whatever space you've got left. So for mine, I've got 90 kilos in each wing tank, 90 kilos of fuel, and then every passenger weighs 99 kilos. They're all heavy people. It doesn't give me CO2 and consumption and CO2 emission data. So it handles like a bit of a pig at full weight, this thing. A few of you have been practicing it, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done a few circuits in it. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's try not to stall it out on the climb out, because I've done that a couple of times now.
It's not bad once you get it up and running.
No, it's not too bad.
If I add more liveries, do I have to exit the program complete?
Yes.
Yep.
That bit at the start where it does all its loading before the menu is where it caches all of the community mods. So the more you add, the longer that section takes. Change.
So we're going to take off to the west from the eastern end of the strip, or the other way around?
We're going to take off from the south and head north.
You mean the east end, or the west end of the strip? The strip runs.
I'm a little
east-west.
confused.
My apologies. Yeah, we're taking off from the west end, heading basically east northeast.
Copy that.
Yeah, sorry, wasn't paying attention. I've been looking forward to this one, actually. I've deliberately not flown some of the missions, so I don't... Like, I know the path we're taking, but some of the mission I haven't flown. I've been, like, slewing myself through to... so I get, like, the first look at some of the areas as well.
So that's where all the anomalous scenery is going to be?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it shouldn't be too bad from what I've seen. It's not. There was one massive area that I had to change because it was spawning these huge buildings, and that's the area I wanted to use for where the landslide is, and it looked really bizarre. So I chose that as the area to modify, and so I fixed the bugs. There was a couple of bugs at the end of the reservoir, and I've changed them. But other than that, I haven't really done much. I've added a couple of little airfields. They were supposed to have ICAO codes, but for whatever reason, the game just doesn't like them.
Maybe there's another one.
But no, I checked that.
Yeah. Maybe it doesn't like Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo.
Maybe.
Does anybody know where the starter button is?
On my button panel.
Shift E.
Control E.
I use Shift E, but there is a
Control
It's on
E.
the starter button is on the left pedestal. There's a set of 3 covered switches, and there's a starter button about sort of midway. There's a line of 3, and the starter button should be on the yeah, it's right there on the left hand side of that panel, on your left pedestal panel. So the motor was start, off, and motor. and then there's ignition and battery.
If you just set basically everything on that panel on,
Are you in the middle of flying?
No, what's up?
Your dad wants to go to Home Depot. Wanted to know if you want me to go.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Flipping all the
You are?
switches and nothing is working.
In the house and get
do you have your
tea
mixture set?
because the storm,
Full,
rain,
full
water
rich
got in.
mixture, and then if you
Also,
get
fuel
started,
cutoffs on the roof.
oh right, there are fuel cutoffs on there.
Yep.
Fuel.
What?
Fuel's overrated.
I'd like to, but I work a lot.
Okay, how many have we got? 1, 2, 3.
Pretty
4,
decent
5,
crowd
6,
up here,
7,
shit.
8, 9, 10. 11,
Like
12,
coming down the other runway is just full down there.
19 people in the Discord right now. Holy
Hell yeah.
shit! Yeah, there is. I didn't realise that this is going to be
on the
hilarious.
runway. Is
I'm glad you got cash.
Wow, yeah, this is going to be a fleet of Cessnas, isn't it? Wow.
Trying to park without wasting fuel, don't mind me.
Yeah, I fueled mine, immediately shut the engine off.
Sorry. I can't make smaller steps while slewing, right?
Go wheels in that silver one, nice.
Well, I mean, technically, you'd have a fuel burn, you'd have a taxi fuel burn, and you wouldn't count that in your takeoff weight. So if you had, for instance, a full payload and 100 litres of fuel would put you over your maximum takeoff weight, you could put 110 litres in, and as long as you could justify
Day drinking.
yeah, as long as you could say, I'll burn 10 litres of fuel or 10 kilos of fuel on the engine start and taxi down to the runway.
Yeah.
That's how it's done in real life. There's plenty of times where I've had to sign paperwork where they've said, we'll just have to sit at the end of the runway and burn off a couple of extra kilos.
How's it going, North?
Pretty good. How are you, fellas?
Not too bad.
What do they do in the event of an emergency where they can't dump the fuel? Do they try to burn it,
They just
or
land.
do they just try to get down as fast as possible?
They just land. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in an ideal world, you want to be under your maximum landing weight, but if that's literally not a possibility, then you're not going to prison for landing an overweight aircraft. They just get it down as safely as possible as you can. Yeah.
Look up Swiss Air Flight 111 for that.
Hey, Bap.
Hello, sir.
I must have missed something. We're supposed to have a certain amount of fuel and a certain amount of weight in our aircraft.
18% fuel. So if you set the fuel to 18% and then set your payload to 100 afterwards, it should fill up the remaining weight allowance you have.
Is it recommended to have the labels off for other players while we do this?
That's totally personal preference. I would recommend having it on, because then if something happens, we get sort of slightly split up. It's a lot easier to see where each other is. But again, that's totally up to you.
Yep. A lot easier.
It'd be good if you could keybind that, actually.
There is a mod that allows you to do that, but I keep forgetting to install it. And
it's so good.
It turns
What's it
F12.
for? Wonderful.
The tags. Turn off the tags with a hotkey.
Oh yeah. That one.
Does that change the font size too?
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah.
What's the heading of our first destination, by the way?
Roughly 320.
3-2.
But we're going to be following a river.
I added liveries and now flight sim won't figure it.
Right, we're going to be leaving this place in about 2 minutes.
Not starting up till 1 minute.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I'm just parked at the end of the runway with my engine off.
I'm gonna taxi down to where the taxiway is on the west end of this apron, and I'm gonna start my takeoff roll from that taxiway. I'm not gonna bother taxiing all the way down, as you don't need to. The runway is long enough to get that done.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna
Start up.
I'm gonna start it up and get down there. Yeah.
My name's because I was mining crypto in the background. Whoops.
What the hell?
Recommended flaps for takeoff?
Oh, what's the first setting? I can't remember.
1 notch.
Yeah, 1 notch.
15
What was
degrees.
it? Yeah, 15, that's one.
I think so. It should be. I don't think so. Just saw a fleet of caravans put 1 notch of flaps in.
It's wonderful, isn't it? Okay.
It is.
I always love asking the stupid question.
I do my box check, even though it's completely superfluous in a simulator. I still enjoy doing it. I don't know. Why can't I move?
Parking brake.
No, my parking brake isn't on.
Your turbine spun up?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, they are. I can hear you. Right beside me.
Yeah, I'm like full power trying to get off, trying to move, and it's not having it.
Flat tire.
Maybe press Shift P. Maybe you're still in pushback.
I don't think so. Because I'm slightly moving forward.
Are you in slew mode?
Nope.
Alright. White power, you going? I'm coming right by you.
Are you in active pause?
Nope.
Go for it. Go for it.
Just uninstall the game. God damn it. We're
Parking brake is off now. Like I've just literally moved it.
This is so nuts to see all these caravans just sitting here.
Why is this not moving? This is really weird. I'm literally full power and it's not moving. Like, no, my brakes aren't on.
Boy, you're really overweight.
What?
When you moved for a second there.
No, I meant like that's pushback. And then you see, it's like moving forward, just jumping forward slightly.
Give a shout
If
out
you're in
to all the
slew.
people
I'm not in slew.
Oh man, I have no idea. Are we gonna have to restart this?
I'm gonna have to select my. I'm gonna have to select the caravan again.
Yeah, or you could just try to restart.
No, sorry, I'll just reload the aircraft.
This is a dog.
Yeah, North, I really like the cargo delivery with the black and yellow on top.
Thanks.
What?
Yeah.
Like that one.
What in the absolute hell is going on? Have I got another function here that's messing with me?
Joe, have you switched some settings?
No, I was just wondering if I've got like I'm pressing a key that is acting as my brakes, or
You ever played this game before?
yeah.
Old me.
Up
So
to
we
land and
taking
fuel
off,
up.
Stand by.
heading which direction?
East.
Northeast, yeah. I'm getting scared. There's a whole bunch of caravans coming straight at me.
It just doesn't. It's not moving. My aircraft is not moving. Like it's bouncing. What?
Did you reload it
What?
with the aircraft selector?
Yeah, I reloaded the aircraft. But I can, if I touch the
What?
brakes, it
Okay,
just
brother.
jumps forward slightly. Stand by. I've got an idea.
Alright. Wheels is
Okay.
heading out.
Super weird.
Yeah, bear with me. I'm trying my hardest to get my aircraft to just move.
Yeah.
You can't do anything?
Nope, I can't move forward. So I'm unplugging my rudder pedals to see if that has an effect. What? Why can't I move? What is going on? Oh no. Literally, I planned a flight that I can't even take off from.
Like that the whole time.
Hey? This is so frustrating. You have no idea. Like, there's literally no switch. There's no function. There's no button.
Are you taking?
Do you have any control at all? Can you move the flaps or anything?
Stand by. I'm going to... I can move the flaps, I can move the throttle, I can do everything except roll forward. It's like the brakes are stuck on. No, brakes work on that. Rudder pedals work.
Flaps work and everything?
Flaps work and everything. Everything works as it should. Everything. Except the brakes won't let off. I can let them off, but it literally doesn't roll. And if I tap the brakes, it sort of jumps forward a tiny bit. I'm just right. So where is my? Why is that? That's no. I don't. My apologies, folks. I'll be with you in 2 seconds.
Worse.
Oh, why can't I spell? Oh my god! Do you know what it was?
Just figure it out.
Do you know what it is? There's another slider on my joystick that's acting like a brake. I'm such a moron.
So you haven't played this game before?
No. I clearly have, but I reinstalled... There we go, I'm moving now. I reinstalled the drivers for my HOTAS because I was having a problem with Star Citizen the other day. I've got to... What a moron.
It honestly looks like I'm driving to like a police roadblock, because at the end of this runway, there's about 40 sets of lights flashing. Oh, this is so good.
I wouldn't have wasted fuel flying around, but okay, I'm going to take off from the. Wow, that is impressive.
I want to get a nice little photo here, everybody.
Yeah, do that. I'm gonna take off from this taxiway. So I'm gonna power up. I'll give you a shout when I'm taking off.
Give me like 1 minute to get some screenshots.
Filipino,
I took off too early.
I'm kind of lucky. I'm streaming. There's 2 computers handling the stream. So.
Alright, let's roll.
I'm on the runway. I'm powering up. Let's get the hell out of here.
Copy that, rolling.
Rolling.
Oof.
Rolling.
Huge queue of Cessnas behind me.
Rolling.
Wish I was wrong. This is actually pretty awesome seeing this.
Some of you guys don't recognize the center line.
The crowded runway, okay.
Oof.
My god, this is heavy.
Holy crap, it doesn't want to fly.
No, it doesn't,
Don't
does it?
follow me. I don't know where we're going, so.
Northeast, sorry.
Following that red surveillance plane.
Should I circle around and join the group?
Yeah. We're gonna take a nice scenic. I'm already down 1% in fuel. Use 10 kilos just taking off. Oh wow, that's impressive. Wow, I've never seen so many caravans in one place. Holy crap.
Amazing, man.
That looks awesome. That looks awesome. So we're gonna fly over the Tarbella Dam, which is this is the River Indus. It's got one of the highest rates of water flow in the world, higher than the Amazon, higher than the Nile. And there's this huge painting that they've done at the bottom of the dam. It's just like a huge slogan, and it's translated really good into the game, just from the satellite data, because it's that big. So we'll fly over the top of that. I'm going to probably sit at about 2,100 feet 2,200 feet, somewhere around there.
Airspeed?
Oh, depending what am I at right now, 140, 130.
If you look at your gauge, you want the sweet spot is the red.
Yeah. So I normally back the RPM down to 1,700.
1,700 what?
RPM, prop RPM. If you've got the ability to do that, and then you can throttle right back to about sort of 50% once you're up to speed. For whatever reason, I'm still climbing. That wasn't. Oh yes, that is beautiful.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah. How many people have we got? I can't even
19?
count. I
20?
can't. Yeah, I can't even count with the amount of tags there are. But if you look where I'm overflying now, they've painted this. I think it's out of the Quran. I'm not sure. It's quite nice. But it's the world's largest earth-backed dam as well.
Oh, it's muted. So they need hopes and prayers to keep it up.
Yeah, that's
thoughts,
probably holds back one of the most voluminous flow rivers in the world.
That's pretty cool right here.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I thought it was brilliant. Oh yeah, wonderful! Look at that. So I really hope we got enough fuel for this, and that I calculated this correctly.
Kind of,
So cool to look at all these people behind.
Yeah.
It's like swarming birds back here.
We're on a humanitarian. This is the first time the bush rats have done a humanitarian mission.
Probably be the last time too. Not from your flight, just because who wants bush rats around?
Yeah.
like a park.
We're doing our thing though. We have fun, and now we're taking supplies to a village. Medical personnel and supplies.
We've practiced enough in bush flying with our landings and everything now that we can actually do something useful.
Yes, that's the idea. Plus, I've been thinking of this for a while, and we had this gap where we didn't have a flight. Oh yeah, that is just beautiful. Tell you what. Pretty sure I turned my lights on, but there you go. There's a lot of caravans.
Is there going to be snacks on this flight?
Snacks? Only snacks for the refugees. No snacks for you.
Oh.
I wasn't sure if he said snacks or sex. So
I'm going to say, well, I mean, there can be sex. Just ask your passengers.
I didn't know they were for the refugees. I already got into my snack.
Well, I tell you what, like everyone can have one packet of snacks, but then no more. They're for the refugees.
How about a little bit of rye and coke?
We're only bringing vodka.
Last Saturday I was full of beer. This Saturday I'm going to be full of whiskey.
There is the first stop we make. Right, so the information about the next site is there's a whole bunch of tankers heading up to the Desu Palace area with fuel for construction machinery to dig the town out. And because of the roads being blocked, the tankers have been trapped in another town called Myra, I think it's pronounced. So there's plenty of fuel for everyone there. So you'll be able to put whatever fuel you want in, and you can drop off a couple of your passengers at that stop, which should allow you to take a couple of hundred extra kilos of fuel. But it's going to be the sort of forward staging post for this particular humanitarian crisis.
And
There are
that's
no passengers
after
in my
the-
plane.
Say again?
There are no passengers in my plane, just empty seats. This is a scam.
Shh, 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 don't say
How does
anything
this
to the
fat bitch
military.
fly upside down right now.
Oh yeah?
I'm gonna give it a shot. I think it's too heavy, but maybe.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'll
Oh yeah, it works.
yeah?
What? I must be too low. Everybody else looks like you're higher up than I am.
700.
I'm at 2,800 feet for whatever reason. My plane's just decided to climb.
Yeah, I'm just 21. Well, I'm
Pitch
way
power
older than
trim.
that, but the plane's at 21.
I don't want to be at 10,000 feet. Why is it trying? Because I'm clicking the wrong button. That's why. Oh. Wow, that autopilot is aggressive.
Wow.
Wow.
Did you get wet?
It tried to plow me into the ground.
Yeah,
That was
I tried
impressive.
using it just for altitude, and it absolutely kept trying to turn the yoke. Finally, I had to turn it all off.
Yeah, it's just trying to dive me into the ground. It just slams the trim down. Okay, so the autopilot's failed in my aircraft. And you're flying all the way.
Are we just following the river?
For the time being, yeah, there's a couple of forks in it. There's a couple of... so this is the reservoir end of the river. It only gets narrower from here. And the landings get significantly trickier. There's like... there's a really nice approach to our first stop, first fuel stop airfield. Because you end up going right over a big town. And the airfield's the lowest point. So you have to come in quite low over the town. But after that, after we put some more fuel in, then we can stop and land in other places if need be. Oh! Well, there's nobody in front of me, so it just looks like I'm flying solo. I look behind me, and there's this massive gaggle of the Cessna 208s behind me. I love that view. I love it.
See, I don't see you at all, actually.
Do you not?
I see Mojo Mike.
Yeah, he's right in front of Mojo.
Oh,
You
wow.
see Czech Filipino?
Nope.
I'm the second.
He's right by Bab.
Yeah, and the shadows on the river are so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Yeah,
kind of
they
weird
are.
to me. But I do love the scenery with this one. It's a bit different. It's a bit less green, but there is trees and vegetation, and you can see the tiered farming. And
Yeah, it's really beautiful out here.
I think it looks really nice.
Yeah. Never been amazing.
Can you open the windows or doors in this thing?
Nope.
Nope, it doesn't look like it.
Nope.
Not in the stock aircraft. I don't think any of them do.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to be as gentle as I possibly can on my fuel load. trying to get it to sip fuel. What's my fuel burn like?
I'm down to 13%.
I'm at 157 pounds a side, and my fuel burn is 355 pounds per hour. But I did the fuel load deliberately to make it even more of a challenge.
Well, so far I'm GFL.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can see everybody ahead of me, and there's a large gap.
Ah. Well, I can bring the speed back a little.
No, it's fine. I just think it's hilarious. It's like this massive quantity of labels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a blob.
I think North Coaster, you're the only one I can see in the upper left of my screen. Everybody else is just a massive.
And I'm just a little bit behind the main group. I've got Freach off to my right.
Are there any mods for the labels? Because the dark background is way too big.
There is some mods for them. Yeah, they're in one of the channels. I can't remember the name of it.
The other mods channel, I guess.
Yeah, you can bind a hotkey to them and turn them on or off. I cannot remember the name of it.
I can't remember either.
Mod UI or something like that.
Mod UI. Yep.
Oh yeah. This is a really good vlog. I'm really happy with the amount of people that showed up as well. Thanks very much, guys, for coming along.
Well, thank you.
And indulging
Thanks for organizing.
my ridiculous fantasy. Just a quick side note. If anybody wants to organise themselves a trip, we are totally open to that. That's the whole reason we started this. If you've got an idea for a trip and you want to plan your own one out, message me or North Coaster or Big Lanky with your plan, and we'll put it into a date where you can make your own plan and we'll fly it, and then you become the flight leader for that day. Like, the whole idea is, if you can, I think that's brilliant. Like, there's a whole bunch of people have done that now.
You can also message me.
Volcan as well. Yeah, sorry. See, this would have been a really good spot for a landing, but it's not really a challenge. Oh yeah, that's wonderful.
Don't need challenge, need fuel.
Yep. So I'm down to 13% fuel now.
I must have loaded the right livery. I can start to see a lot more caravans and less defaults now.
Nice. Yeah, occasionally you'll just see a default anyway, just the way Flight Sim works. It just does that to people every now and again. I wish they'd offer an opportunity to add like a variable into their models which you would be able to choose, say, if you would be able to choose what generic model showed up should the other person not have that model.
Everybody see those weird shaped mountains, or is that just my sim?
There is still a bug that hasn't been corrected yet, which won't be corrected till next week.
Blocks sticking out of the mountain.
Oh, that's the building gen.
That's
I had to correct so many of them on this flight, you would not believe. I didn't realise how bad the problem was.
This is a highly urban area.
It is.
There's no mountain iron. I think that's in Tahiti.
145 pounds of fuel aside. I've got enough fuel for about 40 minutes-ish of flight.
Do you know where we're going?
Oh, I know.
How far are we? Is it 13 minutes away?
No, not really.
14 minutes.
Longer?
Slightly more than 4. Well, to be honest, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you how far away it is. but it's not yet anyway.
Nice.
The idea was to make it just a little bit more difficult for everybody.
Oh.
The first time I've flown the Caravan, it flies nice.
It's kind of a docile aircraft, especially at full load. Doesn't really want to go anywhere. It's not. Well, once you take the weight out, you'll see how responsive the thing is. It's quite a lot more of a bush plane once you're taking the weight out.
It feels like the Waco.
Yeah.
Canada bush planes are made so you put the weight in, just heads up, including the 208s.
Yeah, I'd like a Quest Kodiak now in this game. I've been looking at that recently.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
You're flying
I
the
think
208 and the...
Kind of like.
Go for it.
I think the Kodiak kind of like looks like the Caravan.
It
They
does,
look
yeah.
like
It's shorter.
they're pretty similar. A bit more bushier.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Volcan.
Oh, I was just gonna say that if you're not flying 1,000 weight, like in the bush, probably not flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I'm pretty sure I have this aircraft like really, really nicely trimmed at this point. This is the best trimmed I've ever had an aircraft in this game. I'm only having to put tiny little inputs in to actually maneuver it.
Yeah, that's what I found flying this thing around last night, is that under full load with these fuel conditions, it actually doesn't really need much trim. It's pretty neutral.
Yeah, it does a really good job.
On what percentage do you have the trim?
3%.
0.
Yeah, me too. Neutral.
3% up. Yeah. I'm going to climb a tiny bit there.
What you doing, Rocky?
Now I'm really curious about the landing spot.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be tasty. It doesn't look very good.
You
But
miss.
that's the point. It's supposed to be just it was a quick airstrip that I fired up. I flattened it a little, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but
Are we there yet?
Nope.
Wicked good.
But I love the building generation around here. It looks really good for the most part, apart from those weird giant office buildings it puts on the side of mountains.
I think it just can't clip.
Say again?
It's just, it won't clip. It's like the side. It's like as if they built a retaining wall that was 400 feet high.
Yeah.
Makes me want a vacation in Pakistan.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
It's probably I reckon it's probably a lovely place for the most part. You go to anywhere, it's like any country you would ever go to, the local people there are probably just fine. They're probably really nice people, just like anywhere else you would go. But the only thing we ever see on the TV is the war or the famine or the horrendousness. Like if you go and speak to most Russian people, like apart from the fact they sound like they're insulting you, just the accent sounds like it's not. They're not. It's just the average person couldn't care less. You know, they're just trying to get along with their lives just as everybody else. And
I mean,
I think the Russians have the best sense of humor.
They do have a cracking sense of humor. They do.
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I work with a bunch of engineers, so.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Russian.
Yeah. Yeah, I've met a couple of Russian aviation engineers.
I like this plane.
AN-24,
Absolutely.
I think it is. AN-26 or AN-24, I can't remember which one now. The twin turbo prop high wing. They're probably both twin turbo props, aren't they? Yeah. Big cargo ramp at the back. Used to come into our airfield every now and again.
I've seen the AN-225 take off.
Oh, I've seen one fly overhead. I've never seen one take off or land. That'd be a treat.
Yeah. You see the flex in the wing go from anhedral to dihedral.
Yeah.
Like it goes from swoop down to up.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's turbulent.
Yeah, it's pretty shaky out here.
Yeah. I'm down to 12% fuel. What are people's fuel at?
Yeah.
Anybody using fumes at this point?
12.
10.
12%.
12%.
Yeah, I got 11%.
Where are you guys seeing the percentage?
I'm in third person view, so you can see if you go into third person by pressing end, it gives you the.
That you don't get that in VR.
No. Oh.
No.
Oh man, you should get a fuel level indication in your. So
132 pounds. I can see that.
Oh yeah, is that in each tank?
Yeah.
You got more fuel than me then. I'm at 126 pounds aside.
Sure, what's going on? My views are all messed up.
Yeah, in VR, when you're in third person, you don't get any data. It's just the picture.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not in VR, but I've got it turned off as well, just for the cool videos.
I've just seen Cujo fly past in a F-15.
In a what?
In an F-15. Ah.
See him?
Of course he did, yeah. Ah, Mr. Cujo.
Wondering how someone got that kind of climb rate in the caravan.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, that caravan's moved. Oh, no. It says Strike Eagle next to it. That's not a caravan.
You have the F-15 and...
Yeah. Oh, mine's you.
Wonder how the fishing is up here.
I reckon it'd probably be quite good. I say it's a massive river, isn't it?
Ah, I see the strip on the map.
Yeah.
We're getting closer.
I'm down to 110 pounds aside. 10%.
I don't see a weight on mine.
You have to check your center garment on the left side.
Yeah, it's got the engine controls left hand side of the panel. And it shows the engine temps and...
At the bottom of the screen.
Okay, I believe we are now approaching the town of Myra. I want to say it's called Myra, which is our first fuel stop location. Clearly added too much fuel at the start.
Yeah, I'm 9%, so...
Well, 9% is a pretty sketchy amount of fuel to have. But there's no way you'd make it the rest of the flight on the fuel that we've had, the fuel that we've got. So
something must be wrong. I'm at 12.
I'm currently at 11. So
I'm way behind y'all too. So.
But you're one or two of you are probably going to have to go around, and it's quite difficult to go around here.
What do you say you got your RPM settings at?
I had mine on 1700, but I've wound it back up now. Okay.
Right here?
It's around this bend.
Hopefully nobody's behind me. See me going crazy for a second.
Oh wow. Oh, that was a lot. That was a lot of aircraft.
I just keep turning around. I see like 50 different aircraft.
Yeah, there's a massive group behind us here.
Take an hour for us all to get down.
Yeah.
Cujo just ripping through, no problem.
Those roads on the right right now.
It's only 750 knots.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so if you didn't read the the NOTAM that I placed about this airfield, there is a electricity pylon right where you want to set down, so you have to land to the right-hand side of it.
That road.
Yes, it's really cool. I love the scenery. There's a path going up.
Are we gonna straight land?
Oh yeah, there's a path down here. Like, it'd be nice if people didn't crash into each other on landing.
What? That's crazy.
Let's try that.
So,
Can't guarantee it.
I am going too fast for this landing already.
Do we all have to clear out?
I'd go around.
Yeah. It's a tight landing spot.
Too high. Too high.
Oh.
Gonna do check flat first. Circle around and come in again.
Yeah.
Holy crap, black man dive bombing it.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do.
Where is it?
I still got down.
Right around this corner, you'll see it.
Hey, someone crashed into me.
Nailed it.
Ultra goof.
Greased.
So we're supposed to land on the bank, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I think I did that.
So that was a short strip.
Yep.
I'm sure again.
And if
That's
you
not
look,
a strip.
no, it's more of a piece of dirt.
We did manage to fuel them.
But I managed to, I put a bunch of fuel tankers down in here to simulate the rough nature of the temporary field.
Yeah, I like it.
Unfortunately, all the containers say property of the U.S. Army.
Is that it? Just this dirt?
Oh yeah. Avoid the pylon. It's a bush plane.
With sketchy brakes.
Yep.
I swear this kid was targeting me. He was trying to hit me.
Pardon me, coming through.
Sorry, you drove around somebody.
Coming around.
Nice. Beautifully done. Random noises.
Now where do we go?
Oh, what was that noise?
So what are we refueling to?
Ah, of course, a 747. You can take out 3 passengers because they're going to man this airfield and then fill the remaining with fuel, so you'll still be at full weight.
I don't have any passengers.
No.
Oh
Well,
wait,
you gotta
yeah,
go
I do.
back and get them.
Yeah, I got them. I found them. There they are.
So I'm going to get rid of passenger 3. He can go. We're taking the medical personnel. It should get you to about sort of 45-46% fuel load, which should be enough now.
Again, 45%.
Oh, we've had our first Cessna crash. And Mojo Mike's currently barely, probably not missing. Granaries coming in. That's a lot of Cessnas.
Pretty cool shot with everybody on the beach.
Yeah.
I just see a ton of TBMs.
I'm seeing a 747.
Yes, that's
correct.
That's Cujo.
Because there is one.
How much fuel should we be
34%
able to
fuel.
fit?
Say again, sorry.
How much fuel should we be able to get?
About 46%. If you take out 3 of the passengers, the weight of 3 passengers.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go and get in a position to line up again. This takeoff might be a little more sketchy. There's mega noobs coming in for landing, or nice. I'm going to say it again, that's an impressive amount of caravans.
It is.
Pretty awesome.
I'll get some screenshots of this. Okay, is everyone fueled up and removed a couple of passengers?
Yep.
Roger.
I made them lose weight.
200 souls on board.
Just kick a few of them out before. Right. Take off and head. Take off and head northwest.
I told each passenger to lose 20 kilograms of weight while we waited here.
Yeah.
I didn't remove any.
Now my brakes are stuck.
Yeah.
Which way are we headed?
We're heading. We're taking off towards the west, and we're heading northwest. 42 knots. That's not fast enough. I did test this a couple of times, so I know it can be done. But it's a bit of a. It's a bit of a.
How much flaps?
I'm using just one notch. It's a.
There's a takeoff setting on caravan. There's takeoff and landing.
It can be done.
No.
It's a pucker.
Yeah, it is carrier takeoff. And then there's a bit of sink when you get rid of the flaps.
The 747 can take off, you can take off.
You're not going to be able to land at the next one, though, I promise.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to.
Yeah, flight following.
Caution 747, wake turbulence. She does indeed, Vert, yeah. Yeah, it's a fat ass would be the word I'd use. Anybody struggle to get off the ground?
Oh yeah.
Big time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I did test it before I.
I was at Dulp Sync for like 2 minutes right there.
Yeah, as soon as I took the flaps up, I was like, oh, I'm going back down. This isn't good. Generally, the terrain and scenery around here is really good. Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. It's one of my favourite. We don't do, like, the bunch of us who fly together regular, we tend to use Cubs a lot. And that kind of thing, little, without nose wheel. But the Caravan's a fun aircraft. There's a bunch of us waiting for. I'm personally wanting a Twin Otter, a Let 410, stuff like that. But most of us have got the
Who else said they were using a VR headset?
I've got one.
What are you using?
Me too.
I've got a Quest 2.
And I have a Rift S.
Oh, nice.
I have a Quest 2 coming next week.
You're gonna love it. You'll never go back to flying on a monitor.
That's kind of true.
That's for sure.
I hope when I do eventually do get another one. I bought a DK2 when they first came out, and I was kind of left a bit disappointed by it, and I haven't actually tried a more modern one. So
it's much better.
I
understand the reverb's got even better, but
yeah, that's what I'm using right now.
Yeah,
I had a G2 or a Quest 2 before this, and I just got that G2, and holy man, it's a big difference.
I have played it, but it was a long time ago.
I'm struggling with. I mean, I got it set up nice for the Quest 2, but I think I'm about absolute max.
I saw a couple of days ago that Aerosoft are making a Twin Otter, so I'm looking forward
just
to
the
that.
cockpit alone
I wish it
is
wasn't
a
payware,
huge
but
improvement. You can read almost everything.
hopefully it's good.
I do all right.
There's
I
been
have
a whole
hard
bunch
time
of
with the
payware
glass
aircraft that
panels,
come out for the
but
sim, but
you're absolutely
just
fine.
not worth the money. I've been kind of disappointed by a few of them there. F-15 being one of them. I'm not the only one
Plus,
who
it
was
was only
disappointed
$300
by Cujo again.
Which one was that?
I'm a sucker for technology.
Yeah, I am too.
I would, but I'm saving up for a new camera.
Well, I'm putting my son through actual flight training, so that's where all my money goes.
Yeah, Aerosoft, I'm almost certain I posted it up
Wow,
in our Discord the other day that I found on, I think it was on, somebody posted it on Reddit, the Aerosoft are making a Twin Otter, and I've been waiting for one of them.
Over there at the
I really want a little twin
mountaintops,
turboprop.
or it's snowy over there.
For our bush flights mainly.
It's gorgeous.
So many places that you can get those things in, and we like to fly a lot of bush strips, so...
With that Quest 2,
Cujo crashed.
What's your render scaling at?
You know, I'm not sure. I think I'm at 100. If that makes any sense. That 747's in a tail slide.
Down the hill, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty. Hang on, guys. I think the FBI just knocked on my door. I'll be right back.
Oh, look at that.
Terrain.
Yeah, it's a solid
terrain. Pull up. Pull up.
It's the only aircraft in the game really that's sort of suitable for it. You can't really use
Going
the King
left
Air.
or right here.
the caravan's the only one for this kind of trip.
Where's Baptiste? He's going right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am
right.
going. I am going right. At least I hope I'm going. Yeah, I'm going the right way. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I have flown this trip a couple of times. One of the reasons I picked this area is because of the scenery. It changes dramatically throughout the entire trip.
Really good.
Nice one, Holla.
This is
Nice to see
where
you
the
again.
name Hindu Kush comes from.
What are you saying?
It's where Kush comes from. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the land race areas.
At that last Y in the road, that were we supposed to go to the right?
Yes.
Yes.
There's people still live out here as well. It's fantastic.
Really? I guess these are houses up here, huh?
Zeros on the left can't be safe.
There's a group somewhere in the like general area that are descended from Alexander the Great's companions.
Yeah.
They still worship him and all that stuff. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
No, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to climb and find you guys. I have no idea.
Well, we got the fuel for it now.
Which is fortunate because I just did the first 20 minutes of that with flaps down, wondering why I was
Wonder why you're going so slow.
Yeah, I've done that before. First ever group flight we did. Me, Lanky, North Coaster, Volcan, a couple of other people, Moose, Mike, and I crashed 10 seconds after takeoff. The first ever group flight we did, so don't feel too bad about it. I think I crashed.
That's when
I crashed twice within 3 minutes as well.
That's when nose diving was invented.
Yeah. There's a specific emote in the Discord server for that reason. Cobonet's nose. Standard operating procedure.
Yeah, I can't climb. I can't do anything currently. I think I'm just gonna go down.
Yeah.
Yep. I can't. It's nothing. It's spinning. Yep.
Have you accidentally got autopilot on? Because it
Are
does
you
that
out of
sometimes.
fuel?
No.
Where's the tank selector in this thing?
There isn't in this.
It's on the
is
roof.
Pull from the main tank.
No, it's on the roof. You can select either, or you can leave both.
There's another message on the hillside here, fellas. As well. I don't think this is clear. This one. No, it's not.
Oh yeah. Look at that though. Okay, it says, "Screw you, Baptiste."
Yes. You got? Have you reduced your prop speed or anything? One of the guys in the Twitch
No.
chat's just given me that as a suggestion.
No. It just suddenly just wouldn't do anything.
Right. My vote's for
Are you in?
actual autopilot.
You're not in like drone cam or anything like that. Or-
No.
How many people have we got? Tom. There's some people that have gone missing as well. I
got
reckon
about
this would be a
20.
really amazing area to visit in real life, you know. Driving up here.
That road on the side of the hill looks pretty treacherous.
Nice for truckers right there, man.
Yeah, that's far more sketchy than ice road truckers.
I mean, somebody's got to do it.
Yep. That's why we're going in aircraft this time, because the truckers are too scared to try and tackle a landslide.
How does it get sketchier than ice road truckers? That's what I want to know.
Well,
But
when
that
your
was
truck's
like-
on a constant 45-degree slope, and
Yeah, I
Pretty
guess that
sure
make it a little challenging.
Pretty sure they had an ice road truckers go to the Andes on that like dangerous road thing,
yeah,
and they didn't do very well.
we're coming up close to the Silk Road, like after Palas and the Desu area. northern Pakistan. If we get once we're in the mountains here, part of the Silk Road is where we're going to be going. I started doing my research for the trip, and I was like, that's a perfect idea. That's a perfect place. But I love the idea of that. Not the website, the Silk Road. Like, no, that's a totally different thing. But you probably can get some of the stuff you can buy on the website up here.
Speaking of that Kush.
Yeah.
Get that locally.
Mountains are incredible in VR.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we lose north?
There's
I'm
a
not
building
seeing him
just,
anywhere.
There's a building just in front of us that's one of the CIA secret headquarters for rendition flights.
Is that the grey one on the left?
Yep.
Yeah, we might have lost it.
It's the new Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, every time I get into this valley, my airspeed just crashes.
Yeah.
And I can't stay up. Yeah.
Weird.
What's your weather set at?
Yeah, what is your
Yeah, what's your barrow?
Clear skies and, you know, same as whatever we had before, but it's just flipping me all over the place.
That's
turbulent.
Strange.
Yeah, that's
getting buzzed by that 747.
Yeah, that's
might cause some extra wind.
Wow, I've never come across that before.
Sounds like one of the earliest bugs I've heard of and never had. We're not under 0 meters.
Mine was like that earlier. I turned off live weather.
Yeah, potentially live weather could be on. I've done that countless times where you think it's not on live weather and it is, and then you get quite horrendously. I imagine the wind speeds down these valleys can pick up quite substantially from time to time.
I wanna try waterboarding in Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, that's it.
Sounds like a good sport.
Is that the one where you get towed behind a boat?
Yep.
Yeah,
Where's Cujo to tell me if I'm headed the right way?
You got traffic less than 1 mile.
That's what Cujo's new role is. AWACS. Yeah.
No, yeah.
I'm behind you, I think.
Oh. We've got flying coffin. Who's in the flying coffin?
Cujo, are you flying rear? There's nobody behind me.
Moose is in front.
I'm completely by myself and not sure I'm even going to find you guys.
We're way down in a canyon. You'd have to get
Who
pretty
was
high
that
up.
did that?
What's
Who's
your name?
lost?
Yeah, who's lost?
North. Wheels, sorry.
Wheels.
Oh.
That's it.
I just saw you.
Negative.
All I can hear is a 747 below me.
Check to make sure you're in the same server. It may have switched you automatically.
It could well have done actually. Yeah. If you just hit escape, click your name, change to any other random server, and then change back to North Europe. It might well be an issue with you just desynced out of the server. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, Bert. You're welcome to join us if you want. Okay, this is the town where we are landing. I dropped the ball, but not realising we were here already. So as you can see down there, there's a huge pile of rocks where we. So this is the town we are landing at, fellas. Sorry, I was on mute there for most of the time.
Alright, chop and drop.
Yep. I will try and set it down on the landing strip. I'm going to try and turn around for this. It's quite a tight spot to land in.
Holy smokes. Right 360.
Let's get some.
Kuja, what's your plane right now?
It's fun.
F-22, no?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make this landing.
No clue.
The landing area is directly below Stilly now.
It's just in this little village, right?
Yep. I'll show you where the landing spot is, because I'm going to circle around and land at it. You see where the shipping containers are on top of the hill, on the higher section.
Yep. Oh, back behind it. Okay.
Yeah, it's directly beneath me and behind me now. Yeah, if you add me in game, let me land.
Holy crap,
I'll
I
show you my
landed.
name. It's Baptiste #6196, I think. Just add me in game and then just spawn in on top of us if you want.
How did I nail that one and completely miss the first one?
Oh, nice.
First one's too easy.
Yeah, Vert, we do. It just makes it easier for you to see where we are on the world map.
I am way too fast.
Wait, let's see if I can make this turn.
The other ground. Up, flaps up.
Let's have some more flaps. There we go.
Oh, just on the edge of your made terrain here.
Yeah?
Like I stopped, yeah, like a few inches from this slope. A few inches from
Thanks
this
for the follow, man.
fuel tank here.
Appreciate that.
The building slowed me down.
I am gonna mess this up big time.
Nailed it.
747 made it in, guys.
Am I gonna slow down quick enough?
It went straight up the mountain.
Come on, slow. I might make it.
Ah.
Quietly confident.
This guy standing in front of the containers is pretty fearless.
Oh, someone went down.
No, free jet building.
Oh.
Think of the people we're gonna have to send in more flights. Who wants to go back and pick up a new set of medics?
Yeah.
But no, it's not. It's actually a piece of scenery that I made specifically for this bus trip. You can download it. It doesn't cost anything if you want it. It doesn't have an ICAR mark. It's purely just to add extra to this trip. And this will be the last custom one I've made that we'll be stopping at. So you don't have to download it. If you spawn somewhere near us, just jump in. You don't need this. We'll be leaving here in a second.
Quick get ground crew to push that 747 off the active runway, please.
Yeah. Right. I am going to take the payload out. That's better.
Don't worry, don't pick it up.
You can. I need a pilot.
Well, I'm stuck.
Yeah. Where are you?
Yeah. Same here.
Down the little berm here.
Oh,
Can't
no.
get up.
Take a run up. Oh man, that's. Oh no, that was 1,800 kilos of passengers in one there. 3 people on board.
Slew.
That's probably the pushback. Vert, give us 1 second. Yeah, 619 is 6196. I'll type it in. There you go, mate.
Fuel. Same amount.
You don't need any. I can hear jets. What's going on? Oh, it's an A320 now. Okay.
Then about, can you just give me your fuel percentage? Because I switched it back.
I'm on 40% at the moment.
Pretty great.
There it is. Done, mate. There you go.
Are you simulating?
We're going to be taking off and heading north. The river's going to follow around to a town called Chilas. I apologise if I'm butchering any of these pronunciations, which I probably am. the screenshots with a whole ton of. Right, so who are we missing?
I found you. I see a whole pile of names. I'm trying to get there.
Nice.
I had to load up an F-15 to go find you.
Yeah, I see your wheels. 12,000 feet. Yeah, no, that's cool. We'll hang around for you, and then we'll. Does anybody appreciate my really dreadful scenery creation down here, where I created the landslide and buried the town underwater?
Looks really good.
Good
job.
Yeah, I
I
took
love
a wrong
there's also
turn
some
back
guys
there.
in a pushback cart.
Yeah.
I just landed this on a hill, and you are saying that I could have downloaded a flat mod.
Yep.
If I can't figure out how to get from back up on the berm, I'm gonna have to sign off.
Stand
Just
by.
flew out.
Stand by. If you press Shift P and use the pushback function, then you can full power it up over the berm. You need to take your parking brake off for the pushback though. I made that mistake loads of times.
Never seen this magic, so I'm eager to see
No
it.
joy.
No joy with the pushback?
No.
We can all get out and push. We got enough of us.
OPCL.
Alright, I'm taking off.
OPCL is actually our ending field. We are. If I had to guess, I'd probably say we're about 70-ish miles away from there. There is a couple of people in the air next to us. One of them's called Wheels and one of them's called Granary. If you can see them in the air, they're directly above our position now. If you could slew over. Greenleaf.
I love the random ground crews that are just out
We'll
here.
be in the air in a second and you can respawn on us. Where's the random ground crew?
See a couple guys out here with those little carts that they use to do pushbacks with.
I did put parking spaces here, but I've just slewed. I put parking spaces here with the intent of making it into a proper airfield with an ICAO code, but then I thought, no, it wouldn't have an ICAO code anyway.
Why not?
So, yeah. Right, I'm going to get back up in the air. Okay. I'm going to have to do that now. Bit more responsive now. It's got not as much weight in it. I mean, not a perfect amount.
We're bringing both that out.
Oh. Oh, you hit the berm there. Oh.
Yeah, but that tends to be what it does. I'm actually in the air now, though, so if you want to try and respawn, you can. It should put you somewhere near us now.
Can you put in the BRPD1 and
Yes, you
respawn there?
can. That's what I just did, and it worked.
Did it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. BRPD1. That's the ICAO code I actually put in for it, but it wasn't showing up on the map for me. So
That shows on my VFR map.
yeah.
You may have
It literally
already
doesn't.
used that code.
I haven't. I specifically checked for that as well.
You don't have another DLC maybe that uses it?
Maybe I don't think so, but
I don't really have any scenery turned on right now.
No,
so I don't
neither do
know
I.
what you would have. Extra.
I can't believe it actually works for you guys.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Right. Now it's more of a joyride from here to Chalas. We have done our humanitarian duty. One or two of you may have a few refugees on board, and we're going to give them the flight of their life by landing at all the random spots. Now it's more of a vacation for us, but we are heading to the Silk Road town of Chalas. Once again, I apologise for brutalising that pronunciation. Have we got wheels this time? Where's wheels?
Way out in front right now. I was going to circle around.
Oh, have you still got your cargo aboard, have you?
No.
Oh, you're in the F-15?
Yeah, when I flipped to the F-15 to find you guys, I lost them.
Okay.
I'm really irresponsible that way.
Oh, well, you know. It's their problem now.
He told him he'd be right back, and then they saw him take him off in the F-15. Like, what the hell's he doing?
Oh, no, we've got it.
Map.
Yep. Someone trying to speak there? Someone was cutting out.
What?
So our elevation has increased about 2,500 feet as well. And now we start getting into the proper mountains. Oh, that's better. I'm now without that cargo in, I'm using 70 pounds of fuel an hour less. Oh, it's a bridge. Where's Cujo at?
Loading back in with the abnormal plane.
I just realised I'm in a caravan, so I'm not going to attempt that bridge.
Who just did the nosedive in front of my nose? That was hilarious.
Sorry for cutting you off.
We are going in the correct direction.
We're going a direction.
We are going in the right direction. Basically, just continue following the main river here.
There's Cujo.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
Another bridge, weird road.
Hey, Bap.
Yep.
You fancy the valley floor or a mountain peak?
Totally up to you. And why are you in a King Air?
Someone crashed.
Why not?
I tried a King Air a little bit ago. It did not go well.
We've got wheels yet.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I found you guys at that last airport, kept circling, and then joined the group.
Of course you did, yeah.
Good to go.
We got Vert as well. Vert just joined in. If you can still hear me, I'm not sure whether you can. We have a Discord as well. You're more than welcome to join. We do big group flights a couple of times a week. So we do one on a Saturday like now, and then we do one on a Wednesday as well. Alright, no worries, man. If you type !Discord, it should give you the Discord link. You just click on it.
Everything okay? Everything good?
Yep.
I wish I could count how many people are actually on here with us. 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I'm loading it now.
20.
I think. Around there.
There's me and then one behind me too, if you counted us.
Yeah, I counted you, but not the other one behind you. So there's 20 people. 20. This is epic.
That's awesome. Yeah. Nice job.
Ooh. Hey, right under
yeah,
me.
that happens. We tend to turn off for realistic crashes. Because it gets a bit crazy on landing. Everyone trying to land on top of each other, and you end up always getting that black screen of death from the flight sim.
Or you're like me and you just get it because it's just how you fly.
There's that as well, yeah. Ah ha ha! Mr. Scorpo joined us as well. I should make 21
Yeah.
then.
So that's the first time I heard your voice.
Yeah, it's good.
I found this place to land. Moose, exactly where you are.
21, 22 people maybe. It'd be nice if we can... The next airport is a massive, wide, flat area. It's got quite a long runway. It's like, it looks kind of deserty, it's really quite cool. If we could get all the aircraft lined up and get a couple of screenshots of us on the airfield, that'd be great. It's actually, the airport should be able to even handle a 7-4. I mean...
Oh, I'm gonna get a 787 then.
In real life it wouldn't be able to, probably. Well, you can.
787, like 3 times bigger.
Okay, so I'm gonna spawn in the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Nice. Good misplay.
Send me the link.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cujo will join you. Aren't you flying that jet engine that one time, Cujo?
He flies the Boba Fett every now and again as well.
Oh yeah.
I just
tried the
cloud spin and it went weird.
I have all the files for the Vanguard Warden, so I can eventually figure out. I just got to convert them from CryEngine assets, and then I can start the process of importing them into Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh, nice. Good job making that the control surfaces have any effect in this game.
That would be fucking crazy. I might have to just like make it a Cessna and then pretend.
I'm pretty sure I've said this, but if you give me a 747 in real life, I'll try it in real life right now.
We said this. We're going to start a GoFundMe.
Yes.
To buy Cujo an actual like second-hand 747 and watch him send it under a couple of bridges.
And then go to jail forever.
Well, yeah, that would
probably
worth it. Something like that would probably be a slap on the wrist, I imagine. You know, it is. We bought it
until he hits the bridge.
Just has to start a new GoFundMe to pay for his lawyers. That's all.
If he hits the bridge, we won't have it. There won't be any lawsuits.
If you buy the plane, the land, and the 747, then
you're gonna be crossing your fingers like hit the bridge.
I think it's more the all of the FAA or TCAA violations that he gets sued for in the end.
Yeah.
If I get sued.
Well, he'd be dead.
Well, yeah, if you survive.
Yeah,
exactly. If you hit the bridge, then you don't get sued. Yeah.
So
there's that loophole.
It's got to be.
But are we really paying? Are we really gonna go fund this guy to have an 80% chance to die violently hitting a bridge with a 747? That sounds like
RGF.
Absolutely.
That'd make some great television, wouldn't it?
But I mean, so would an actual battle royale. Like, fuck, at that point, might as well, right?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see 2 people do it.
Let's just get a private island and 30 people who want to die for $1 million.
Jousting in 747s.
Ooh. Oh, that'd be sick.
That would be pretty cool to watch.
Actually, even trike jousting would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Trike jousting would be horrible, though. You would die.
Strapping someone to the top of a 747 like they do at the pits.
I don't know, but I'm going to land roughly where Moose is. I'm going to see if I can put it down on this.
Got a 135-meter pole coming off the front. You're just like, aim at the other 747. What?
Is this the flat area?
No. No.
Okay.
No, the actual area is an actual airfield in real life. The ICAO code is OPCL. Oscar Papa Charlie Lima.
Okay, that gives me some hope.
Papa, yeah.
After we're done here, I need your help figuring out a fucking circuit for these goddamn linear potentiometers I got. Because of course,
there's only 3.
I bought the. Well, no, but
Is
no,
your
there's
mic
6.
like far from your mouth, Bebop, or something?
No.
One.
Just seem a little quieter.
Potentiometer is just 3. It's a constant voltage.
No, it's a dual potentiometer. I got one of the dumb German ones by accident. I ordered the wrong pack. So I need, because I don't know how to use my voltmeter, and I just need your help to figure it out. That's basically what it's super basic, but yeah. Also, I found, there's this guy who makes, he's got this, I can't remember what it's called. It's the idea is that he's got this open robotics project.
Do you know what? I'm going to set it down
he's
there
been,
and put your wings off it.
He's got this open robotics project, and he created a config utility for Arduino Pro Micros, or Arduino Pro Micros.
Yeah.
So if you use his code onto it, then you can just use a GUI activator for any project you want. No messing with code anymore.
Okay.
It's amazing.
You've got to show me that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's something that like the only reason nobody's ever done it before is because everybody's like, oh, it's super easy to code, and then there's people like me whose brains shut off when they look at code.
Yeah,
and they go, like,
mine does that.
So close.
Like I managed to work out the joystick library in Arduino, and that's about.
I'm getting taught kindergarten code right now.
Yeah, I can't even handle kindergarten code. I get to Hello World and I'm like, all right, I'm already lost.
Yeah,
If Hello World scares you, it's gonna be a rough journey.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to be able to do a little bit in BASIC on the Commodore 64, and I got quite good at that. You know, 10 print hello, 20.
But that's
print
that's sort
world.
of that's why I take solace in knowing that like at least my button boxes look phenomenal.
Yeah, my stuff looks good. It's not. I got to the point where I really want to rename. So when you plug it in, it shows up as a USB joystick device, but with its own name and not just Arduino. But you've got to pay
that's
for
not too hard.
You've got to pay. You can do it, but you've got to pay for a USB license to do it legally.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean legally.
Yeah. I mean, if you sell them, I imagine, yes, you will have to. But if you don't sell them, how the hell are they ever going to know? Unless
I
we
mean, like,
tell
how
them
much
on,
is it that,
on
though?
Twitch right now.
Is that super expensive?
It's like $5,000.
Oh, well. I mean, that's actually not too bad if you think about what it is. If it's like actual like copy protection for your USB ident,
it's not
stuff
that.
like that.
Yeah,
that's
but
pretty good.
Well,
gives
it's probably
you, like,
more consumer protection where you're not just making some device saying
yes,
it's, an iPod charger and really it's something else.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
that's the idea.
Oh yeah,
of it.
fair enough. Yeah, that's also I get that. Yeah, because I
But again,
definitely
how do you enforce that locally?
I posted that button box that I made to like a couple different places, and everywhere that I mentioned it was Star Citizen related, anybody who plays Star Citizen was like, "Can I buy one?"
Yeah.
So I was like, "Wow, how would I actually pull that off?" So I've been thinking about it.
Yeah, I've done that.
$5,000 is a steep, though.
It's a bit of an
for a guy like me.
You could just have it come up as an Arduino. Normally, it'd be fine. You can change the name of the device.
Well, for
separately.
your first run, definitely.
You can change definitely. You don't have to change the USB device descriptor name, which is the thing that costs money. You can actually change the name of the device. I did that with mine, so all of mine are called X52 base station.
It's just how it shows up in the like HID compliant system or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
like in game now, if I go into my controls, my Arduino,
It'll say
I've got three.
Arduino layout.
I've got
It'll
three.
say Leonardo or whatever.
No, mine now says Base Station X52. It comes up in Microsoft Flight Simulator as Base Station X52. But that's without changing the. But it doesn't come as it doesn't show up like that as a device under Windows. They all just come up as Arduino.
Okay, so in the device manager kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would only be a device manager.
Okay.
Well, I mean that's what I would expect that personally. Because that's kind of in a way it's like it involves you like working with the registry.
I mean,
as well.
the thing is, most users though aren't even gonna notice or give a shit. But people that actually check are like, oh, that's cool. It's actually named and not just some generic, USB name.
Yeah, and those people are gonna be impressed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Coming in for the landing.
It's one of those things like if one person appreciates this, is worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
What's
And
the
it
airport
also like
code?
saves your ass in a lawsuit too.
The closest one to us right now is shit.
Are none of you using the similar plugin?
Who is that just asked what airport we're at?
Wheels.
Alright. 1 second.
Do you want to just add me in game and spawn on me?
Yeah.
There's not like an airport anywhere near us.
Closest one would be OPCL.
Yeah.
And we're doing.
And we are heading towards that.
Caravans full cargo.
No, not yet. We've emptied the cargo. We've been to the.
And instead of clicking on me and spawning on me, just click in the general area and spawn in the air, and then you can come down and land. It might push you super far away if you try to spawn on us right now.
So how do I find you? I'm new at this.
Did you add me in game? As a friend.
Part I don't know how.
What screen are you on right now?
The world map. Add
So
friend.
if you go to the top and click the little where your username is, add friend Big Lanky 34. Once you're friends with somebody, you can actually see their icon on the world map.
Yeah.
Makes it super easy.
Fucking flight simulator, just
That it's
Are we taking off again? I'm so confused.
Good.
Alright, I've taken off. Need to be heading east this time.
What's your, oh, there it is. Okay, got it. Alright, so now if you go to the world map, go to that general area, like on that side of the world, and you should be able to see, it'll be a green circle with a plane in it.
It doesn't say I have a friend yet. Oh,
Yeah, it might take.
So I hope you guys are ready for some more epic looking scenery.
Already pretty epic. So you can either click on my name and use that as the departure, or like I said, just click off of my name so you spawn in the air. You can do that too.
Make sure you're taking the scenery because it's really good around here. Like the textures are amazing on these hills. They're not overstretched or anything. They look really good.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, especially if you look to your right, there's another valley that goes off to your right. There's like the green down by the river. Looks really, really good down here.
Picked a really
this
good
river valley
spot.
looks really cool.
Oh yeah, I figured out what was wrong with my CH yoke, by the way.
Go.
Well, now I'm in the air, but I don't see anybody.
Might take a second for everybody's name tags to load in.
Yeah.
And make sure you're on North Europe.
Yeah, Vert, it is. I agree. That's the reason we started doing it. It's so much better with people.
We're also down in a valley, so I'm gonna climb up. See if you can see me.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to miss us. There's about 20 aircraft flying through, all with name tags on. You might not have name tags on either.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but the issue with the CH yoke is that the tension springs that it comes with are weak as F.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna buy some new tension springs and swap them in. I need to buy like a bundle of them anyways, because there's so many projects that use them.
I bought a bunch of springs. I got them up there. I got them a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I need some.
Which direction are you headed, Wheels?
Now I'm headed south, but
Alright,
I think I'm just got to get beyond this hill and try and mountain.
Yeah.
See if I can see you guys.
I love that mountain in the distance.
It's really cool, isn't it? But this area for terrain, there's not much buildings and stuff as you get further north in Pakistan. But the satellite data imagery is brilliant quality.
Probably because the U.S. government paid so much for it.
Yeah.
Why the fuck does
That's
Bing
probably
have it
right.
then? Oh wait, no, that actually makes sense.
Because they are the US government.
No, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Microsoft is mostly funded by the military at this point. So, like, people were like, "Where did HoloLens go?" It went to the military.
Yep.
It's like
MySpace.
Who do you
now
think?
branch of the military.
Who do you think could pay for it?
Yeah, Wheels,
Like,
you might
yeah.
need to back out and try it again. I don't see you anywhere.
You could try switching servers.
Or yeah, maybe try switch servers.
So if you just hit escape, click your name, change the server to anything else, and then change it back to North Europe. Oh yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine flying an F-22 Raptor with a HoloLens? You're just playing solitaire while your jet flies itself.
I must have spawned far away from you guys or something.
Who is that?
Yeah, I would go back to the world map.
Oh,
and
there
just
you
try
are.
it
Found
again.
you.
Yep.
Oh, there you are. Sweet.
Wheels,
yeah,
there
if
you go,
just-
yep.
You could slew up to us, but you're not too far behind.
I'll slow right back down. I'll back the throttle right off.
Yeah, do you know how to slew?
Yeah, he's not too far behind me.
Right, should we get a mountaintop landing in while we're here?
Oh, yeah.
Can anybody see a good mountaintop?
There's a couple
Can I
back
get
here,
a
but
fucking hell yeah!
We're full power and up.
I think changing servers did it.
Yeah, it does. It just
Yeah.
it messes with the server desynchronizes or something every now and again, and if you rejoin it, it just clears it up. Don't crash into the mountain. Yeah, I should have
I don't recommend trying the bridge.
that. No. Yeah, some of them are they catfish you into thinking they're safe, and there's an invisible solid wall underneath.
Looks like you're about to crash. Bastards.
Aviation is with us as well. Really need a good shot of everybody on the ground so we got a good, the class of 2021 photo.
I'm coming in.
The wings are like flexing at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
Even on my screen, it looks like your wings are flexed super hard.
Yeah.
Like they were both probably at a 45 degree. That's pretty nuts.
They
Taking Bowflex to the next level.
Have we got a suitable mountaintop landing site?
I see one. On me.
I'm coming out. I want the
There's actually one behind us. I'm gonna check it out real quick.
This one's reasonable right here.
Who's that?
Cujo.
The guy flying the airliner says it's reasonable, so we should have no problem.
I mean, it's not the best.
Yeah, but it's 15 miles away.
I'm on one.
My favorite thing about the name Cujo is, do you know the story about the book Cujo?
Nope.
Oh yeah, Jared's got one.
Stephen King wrote a horror book about like a possessed dog named Cujo
Did it,
like
Beaver?
a long time ago, and then he released the book and admitted publicly he did not remember writing it because he was so high the entire time.
Where are we
every time I think I hear the name Cujo, I remember about that time Stephen King was so fucking high he wrote a book and then forgot about it.
We landing up here?
Yeah.
There's like
Found Jared
really
and Beaver.
good, once you
Oh, it's Jared got that one. No, wasn't it?
Oh, are we landing on the one?
Where
that,
are we landing?
Moose and
There's a
Jared
wonderful
are on?
bit of green beneath
we're
the
Moose and
by
Jared
the
are.
river. Looks amazing.
I couldn't see my my caravan, so I'm in an X Cup.
Why do I?
Are we landing down by the river?
No, we're landing on the hillside by Jared.
Which one's
Where's
Jared?
Jared or Jerry, Beaver,
There's
Okay.
a
Mojo
guy,
Mike.
Black Manlin.
Black Man, Bebop.
Yep.
Okay, I'm way too fast for this.
Plane go down. You're going a little fast and a little high. Airliners are too safe.
Oh yeah, this is my first flight with the actual mod installed on my stick.
Yeah?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Have you been using your flaps?
Oh
Like
yeah,
what you
yeah, yeah.
made
I've been
or-
using that
yeah.
thing constantly. That go flight flaps and like all that shit. I love that. It's so fucking nice.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's a game changer for me, but it makes me so bummed out that they don't have like just a DX input and plug-in, so I can't use them for everything. I just like the only thing I can use them for is flight sim.
There's a lot of caravans on this hill.
What altitude is that hill?
It's 5.5. Yeah, 5,500 something.
All right, I gotta
about
drop. I gotta drop some altitude.
Okay, I'm gonna crash. I apologize, people.
The spine further up is nice there.
It's not a crash if you don't get a decent spawn.
I can't get up there. Oh, aviation joined us. Hell yeah.
Papa wheelie.
Rip. Okay, I'm stuck now.
Oh, this is awesome. Look at all these planes up here.
I think I'm
hell
coming
yeah.
in too hot.
It's uphill, so you can go as fast as you want.
I'm going downhill lane.
Thanks for the follow, Classy. Come and join us if you want.
Going on the wrong hill.
You didn't have to follow me to come and join. It's free. But we have a group. We do 2 flights a week. You're more than welcome to join if you want.
What if you were an airliner flying over and you just saw these people out here in the middle of nowhere? Oh, this is killing me to see all these
Go around
planes.
and take a picture.
Oh, I can't
All right.
break.
And
My
I can't
nose
break.
Honestly,
went-
if I was a commercial pilot
Hey,
and I
I'm
saw
coming
this out
in.
in the real world, I would be like, are these pirates?
So I'm just saying, you would definitely be like, what the hell is going on?
Those are not real pilots flying those.
Okay, I have to keep going. I can't stop.
Okay, I've got to a point
Do you
where
come from a land called Noseover?
Yeah, once everybody gets there, we'll take a picture with the name tags on.
Oh yeah,
We
that's
got a pretty
that's
small
cool.
group.
Well, let's get out and have a. Let's have a quick. Oh, look at that! Well, let's have a quick aircraft count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I've already fucked up the count.
Well, count one more.
18, 19, 20.
Because I'm coming in.
I see
21.
20.
21, including Cujo.
Make that
Right.
22.
Cujo coming in hot with the airliner.
I think you set a
Nailed
new
it.
record with that.
I don't think you did nail it, did you? He's currently sliding backwards down the hill. Look at that scenery. Oh, there's 22 including Granary.
Can you see me? Because
what's your name?
Freach.
Yeah, I saw you earlier, Freach.
God, I did it.
Because where I am,
When I was
everybody's
flying in, you were the first one I
everybody's
saw.
floating in the air.
Yeah, I see you, Freach.
Just refresh your
Yeah, I see
server and that'll stop.
3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, I didn't download any of the DLC.
9, 10,
Hey.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
Refresh
18,
my
19,
server.
20 people on the hill right now. Oh, 20.
I'm coming back.
I just made for a pretty epic shot with that plane taking off. Cujo.
Yeah.
I was like looking up at the sky and just you flew right in there.
Oh, Vert said he's still got damage on. Adds a little extra tension to it. Yeah. You should have been with us at the start, man. I restricted the fuel that everybody could take, and in hindsight, I didn't restrict it enough. I should have reduced it by another 5%. I think I'm going to plan another flight like that, where it's just a bit sketchy for the first half of it, and then afterwards we get into the fun part where we fly wherever you want. But I wanted there to be a storyline for this one. Right, we're going to head off to the next one.
Coming in right
Sure.
now. Ugh.
I love when it looks like people are mowing the grass getting out of here.
Yeah. I ploughed through everybody to get out of here. Sorry, fellas. Sorry about your wings. Bounce
Heads up,
and
guys.
airborne. Good enough.
Good. Coming in.
Oh.
Just landing. Nailed it.
No. That was a total hull loss. That landing.
Fine, I'll take off then.
The 2.8 vote is brilliant under head. Like we've part of the storyline this time is we were doing a humanitarian mission basically. And it meant
You
full
mean the
cargo.
drag run?
Yeah, I'm just explaining what we're doing to somebody on Twitch. He's in with us, but I
Oh.
don't actually think he's in the Discord. So, the idea is we have to go with a full load, but because of there was a landslide, the fuel can't get to the airport, so there's only a very limited amount of fuel availability. And then there was a second stop point where tankers had been trapped, so we could get fuel there. And then
Falling down backwards.
we can.
Think it'll fly backwards?
Yeah, but I did this time. I'm going to do another one like this again, but a little bit more detailed next time. It's going to have no times for each airport. It's going to have a decent backstory for people to read if they want, but it doesn't stop you if you don't want to read it. But I kind of enjoy it. I kind of enjoy adding that.
I like that idea of that, the whole backstory, and you're doing a mission instead of just like a joyride.
Yeah, it's anybody who just want to check out this little area we're flying over. It's got a bunch of like abandoned buildings, like weird abandoned farm, or like was a really cool, detailed little area. That how many people do you reckon have actually come and look at this in game?
Very few.
It's probably 6 people in total up until this point. I'd love to see the
Well,
stats on where people go.
I'm probably one of the few people that has been in this
Thank you,
area
Architect.
before,
I
and
appreciate
get
that.
nowhere close.
Again, if you want, you're welcome to come join us if you want. If you type in
Then, like,
exclamation
200
mark Discord, we've got a group. There's a couple of hundred of us. We meet
Well,
most
good
days of the week. You don't have to. We do 2 big events, one on a Wednesday and one on a Saturday.
Well,
And it's
good
all
luck
fairly
then.
casual. You don't have to be a pro. You don't have to have pro
Yeah.
equipment. We just chat and fly. Yeah, there's some of the textures in the scenery area, and this particular area we are is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, really well
You can
matched.
get if you get literally go into the way I started doing the maps, doing the plans is to go into Bing Maps, and whatever it's like on Bing Maps, you see in game. So pick a really nice detailed area and do it. And just use the simple measuring tool on Google or whatever to.
That's how they get you using Bing.
Oh no, I don't. I do all the planning on Google, but I go and see what the terrain's like on Bing.
Yeah.
So because Google's better, and I wish they'd use Google, but there's no way Microsoft is going to use a Google tool. No way at all.
It could be worse. They could have somehow bundled Microsoft Edge with Flight Sim. Just try to force that back on people again.
Gordy Architect. That's
That would be awesome.
I opened up, there was like some updater or something I was using for a piece of software yesterday, and it opened up Internet Explorer, and I was like, how dare you?
Oh yes, I've had that. It does it with there's a particular type of file that Windows still does that, and I keep forgetting to change the default program.
If it's like if you're
Like a
running like a
JSON
Java
or-
application or something, it'll open that. It's like the way Windows is set up, you can define like what the default application is, not just for like your browser, but what happens when you click a URL, what happens. So like I think that's one of them that just go undefined because
it's so annoying.
Damn IE11, that should not be happening.
You know, that should have been burned along with Netscape Navigator 100 years ago.
Netscape Navigator's a real OG though.
That was the one everyone went to abandon Explorer.
No.
Does it?
No,
like
they, no. Netscape
AOL.
was first. Netscape
Yeah,
was
Netflix
first.
was or Netflix. Netscape was first, right?
Yeah, Netscape
People
was first
abandoned
and they came
AOL
out.
to go to Netscape.
And then Microsoft started bundling Internet Explorer with Windows, and then it caused Netscape to sue Microsoft for like anti-competitive behavior. And that was the first time that Microsoft got
Greek,
sued for anti-competitive
if
behavior.
you,
But then the judge was like,
you
"It's
type
not."
exclamation mark Discord.
It's like
it'll give you a Discord link
bundling
for
your
us,
own
for our
software with your
Discord.
operating
Come
system
join
is
us.
not
We do,
anti-competitive behavior. It's just.
We do weekly
I
flights.
think the EU is one of the only places
we
that
do
actually
more than
get that
weekly flights.
passed.
We do a couple times a week.
I think
the EU has
We
something
do a
where
big
they can't.
organised group flight. Wednesdays a
can't
bit
put
more
IE
loose,
in
and we
there
can
anymore
normally
or
do
something.
2 places, and we just go and explore stuff. On Saturday we do a big
But then,
organised
like,
group event.
If that's the
Like
case,
today
then why
was,
does Lanky
my
still have
turn
it?
to organise it. But we,
fucking wish.
members of the community just organise them. If you want to join one, just join one.
I mean, not Lanky. Fucking
We also
goddamn.
we're on Reddit.
Tweet is
I
tight.
think it's FS 2020 Bush Flying on Reddit. We have a website which is bushrats.club.
I lost everybody. Stop paying attention for a second.
If you go to
I answered the text
bushrats.club, it's got a
message.
Discord link.
I
and
think
everything on it as
most
well.
people today use
Well,
Edge
it's
for
all
one
free.
reason.
Normally people
and
make
then they move on with their life.
scenery for them as well. Like this time I
Yeah,
did
to
a couple
download
of basic
Google.
airfields just for our run that we were going on. And we've got a bunch of guys who make models, and we've got a bunch of guys doing deliveries and stuff as well. I'm more welcome to join.
To the airport.
Yes, that is OPCL. Quite a large airfield, large strip.
It's a big boy.
Where's that? Oh yeah, that's
Vert just
that
said-
large thing right in front of me.
Vert's just said his first journey
Is
was
that
from.
the strip right there? That dark area? Is that the
Yeah,
actual strip?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, Vert's just said his first journey was from Vancouver to Peru. A Peruvian ordered some maple syrup, and I brought it with a caravan. All stick for like 14 hour, 3 legs. 14 3-hour legs. That's a pretty impressive
Our
flight,
next
man.
stop, does anybody oppose cutting the engines when we get kind of close?
Oh, just shut an
Pretty
engine
low
there.
approach.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll jump on that.
Like emergency landing or something?
That sounds fun.
There, look, my fuel's off.
I cut my engine, but I was not particularly high on this approach. I don't think I could make it.
I'm not even going to feather. In fact, I'll probably feather.
Oh, I should feather.
Yeah.
Okay, you're looking questionable, pretty low already.
I should
going
dump
to.
one set of flaps. If I dump this one
Yeah,
set, maybe I'll make it.
Thanks for the follow, Sebastian. You get more welcome to join if you want.
Oh, I
Type
might
in
make it. I'm gonna
exclamation
make
mark
it.
Discord should work.
I feel I dumped the extra flaps. I'm making it. Oh, I touched right on the runway.
No, I'm too long. I'm too long in this. This is going to end up as a crash.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
well,
no,
this flight
no.
was great.
No, we'll be
You
good.
made it. Yeah, this is like a mile long.
Yes, that was actually quite a buttery landing. I'm quite happy with that.
Even coming down on this trip, I did not think it was going to be this long.
No, that's see,
you got
see what I mean.
plenty of length.
It must be a military airfield. It must have been a military airfield at some point. Greek, the next one will
because
be
what
on
else
Wednesday.
needs something this long?
We're still flying at the moment.
Airliners and military jets.
You're more welcome to join if you
maybe
want.
like supplies.
I'll find out. We've done the planned section of it, but I mean, it doesn't mean that people finished flying. There'll probably be some people on. Thanks for following, by the way. I appreciate that. But there'll probably be a few people on at least.
Well, this has been great. I enjoyed myself. You have to go.
Are you going? Are you? Yeah, no worries, man. I'm going to continue flying down. Sorry, no worries, man. I was on mute again, chatting to myself. I'm going to continue flying down the valley because I like this. It's interesting.
Yeah, sounds good.
Maybe not for too much longer.
Well, thanks everyone. I gotta bail.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for joining.
Sounds good.
My first one. I'll be back. It's been great.
Yeah, we got one on Wednesday, and we got one. The Wednesday one's a bit later, so it should be evening time for the US. And we will do another one. It's Wednesday and Saturday. Just keep an eye out on the Discord.
I'm going to start doing fun runs in the middle of the week on not scheduled days, so keep an eye out for those.
Yeah.
I'm looking for wing.
Cool. If we can get everyone next to each other, all parked up quite nice, that'd be cool. Because I'd like to get a couple of screenshots of like all nicely parked.
I don't have a yaw right now.
No.
Or we could all just go head down this way on the runway and just kind of line up. With
Yeah,
each
if we
other.
could line up on the runway, that'd be wonderful.
Oh, I crashed. Like computer crash.
I'll just post up out here in the middle of the runway somewhere.
Greek.
Whole computer crash.
Yeah. Stand by. If I click on the right thing, if you add me up at the top there, it was Baptiste #6196.
All right, everybody form up on me.
There's a BAPTISTE #6196.
Photo op.
Excuse me, sorry.
You can just spawn in on us.
Oh my god.
We also, the airfield we were at.
Who are we
ICAO
forming
code
up
is,
in?
Oscar
Lanky.
Papa Charlie Lima OPCL. So you can also spawn in at that.
Just head like down towards the middle of the runway. Just
Yep,
getting a line
gotcha.
for a group photo.
Wait, what was the runway again? Hello?
Currently we are
OPCL.
Okay.
OPCL.
OPCL. Yeah,
Ornery piece of cod liver.
Okay, engine is.
Some people can pull up on the other side as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And a business jet goes by.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, this is gonna be a nice fucking shot. All these
Are we gonna do
mountains.
two? We should. Yeah, that's great. Do 2 lanes. I like it.
Yeah, just fill in, however.
#6196 Greek. 6196.
God, there's so many.
Oh, that's
people.
cool.
This is awesome.
Aw.
Imagine somebody
Oh, we
just
can wait
coming
for you if you,
along on their own and just then seeing us going, "What the?"
Bebop, do you want to move about 20 meters down the runway?
Yeah, who's in the X-Cub? You're just like floating on top of somebody.
Forward. Keep going until I say stop. I'll let you know because you're parked in the middle of a bunch of aircraft.
I can't see any of them.
Jim Boy, do you want to move forward about 15 meters? Same with Flying Coffin and Granary.
Bebop, that should be good.
In fact, yeah, Flying Coffin, if you stop there.
Pull up a little more, Bebop. You're right you're inside of
It's
me
always the way.
currently.
It looks.
I'll
Or just keep pushing back. You're almost there.
Yeah, there you go, mate. I've accepted it.
That's good right there. Perfect. Floating, but it's good enough.
I'll just roll forward just to touch
Hey, yeah, I don't have the DLCs, my bad.
You shouldn't need them for this part, actually.
This one's not a DLC.
No.
Right.
Okay, then I don't know why I'm floating. It's because I'm Jesus.
I think it's the difference between people's level of terrain detail.
Oh, could be.
Oh, yeah, that could be too.
I'm coming in. Yeah, because when we were up on that tiny mountaintop, like half the people were 30, 40 feet in the air above me.
Hi, Timo.
Bebop keeps floating back on my screen.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I ain't moving.
Hold on.
That's
No,
hilarious.
if you just load into your game and then type in the airport, make sure you're on change your server. So if you click your name in the top right,
yep. Oh, I see.
Change your server
I see
to
you
North
guys.
Europe. The ping doesn't make any difference.
I'm on the end of the runway.
And then
there.
Oh yeah.
Yep, there you go, Freach.
Oh yeah. If you click your and just type in the airport code OPCL as your departure airport, and you should spawn in on us. Failing that, you should see my my little aircraft. It's like a green aircraft in a little ring. It's just spawn in on top of us. That is a great. That's getting a screenshot. I'm gonna get a.
I was so paranoid about fuel, I cut my engine.
I'm gonna grab a few here. Oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the amount of people that showed up and actually and went. I'm super happy about it's been a good flight. I've enjoyed it. I'll do another storyline one, but it'll be a bit more detailed next time. So I know
I thought this one was great.
Yeah, but
Alright, guys.
yeah, you off?
Are the photos done? I'll log out now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I've done
Alright,
that.
cool. See you guys.
See you later, Volker.
Photos done?
Yeah.
Everything's sorted now, mate. I'm gonna take off and carry on down the valley if anybody wants to join me.
Yeah,
Thanks,
sounds
everyone.
good.
Just waiting for there's a guy just loading in now, so give it a couple of minutes and then we'll take off. I'm not gonna go too much further, but I want to see. I didn't ever go past this location.
So you want to go DITPB? Man, it really is just easier to say dick in the peanut butter.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
We're going east.
Yeah.
We're going
Guys,
east.
Where's
I'm also off
DIPD?
for the night.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
No
it was-
bother, Mike. See you later, dude.
Yep, it was amazing.
DITPD
Thanks.
or
Thanks for your effort.
DITPB?
No problem, Mike.
Hey.
No problem, Mike.
I'm signing off. Was a really nice flight.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cheers, Beaver.
Thanks for coming.
See?
Where is this from the river? Directly east and then north somewhere? Oh, not seeing this one.
Are you looking for a landing point that's DITPB?
Oh my god, you motherfucker.
He's looking to get his dick in the peanut butter.
Yeah, he's looking for it. He's trying to find it on the map.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, North Europe, the server you need to change to. So if you click your name up the top and then click the servers, and we are on North Europe.
Take me to North Europe. I wanna go.
Why is my engine shutting down again?
Out of fuel?
Negative. Oh, God.
Well, maybe if you were positive, your plane wouldn't be shutting down on
No,
you.
no, it's I accidentally cut off the fuel. Genius. It's alright though. Someone just smashed themselves to bits right in front of me. If you keep doing that right in front of me, I'm gonna get a copyright strike from Air Force Proud. That's his thing. To have people randomly just eat shit right in front of him. let's
Whenever
see
it
if
happens to me, it's because I'm judging a crashing competition.
Yeah, well, we've got one of those coming up.
Hell yeah!
Let's get this thing in the air again. Probably should use flaps. Right, just head east down the river then. See what's This is a rather long runway in the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
There's a refreshing change there.
Yeah. Are you at this airport? Oh,
there's graffiti MQM on the side of the mountain on the left.
Oh, I've looked at
Heading east.
If you go to, you need to
That's
make sure
weird.
you're in with all players.
So somebody definitely drew that in like the shrubbery or something.
How's the best way to describe it? If you give us a second, I'll just
To a
look.
point where the photogrammetry can pick it up.
Right, so if you go to general,
They're like doing what people do with the
I think
Google Street cameras. Now they're like fucking with Bing Maps. to
That's
put
straight.
stuff in
No,
this
that
game.
literally looks like MS painted onto there. That doesn't look like somebody drew that in real life.
am I? Oh, there it is. Online functionality.
Oh no, there's other shit over here too.
If you need to make sure all those are on.
Oh no. This
Oh,
is the locals did this.
What was the
'Cause I
menu
see,
for selecting all
There's
players?
Arabic symbols or something like that, and then SSP underneath it, right there too.
General data. Nope, that's not it.
Are you Greek? Are you at the airport OPCL? Oh, I see you. There you are. You should be able to see us now. Greek Gods OSFP.
Yeah, too.
Nice. Just follow us, right?
There's a lot of places in the world where high school students will walk up the mountain on the side of the city and draw the initials of their school or something, or the town.
Thanks for that, Bert. Yeah, that was the one I meant.
Why are these
It
kids
seems
not drawing
interesting that it's
penises
right
on the
next to
side?
this inexplicably long airport station.
Where's the graffiti? I'm missing out here.
I'll do a loop back and land next to one of the chunks.
I love the idea of like desecrating half a forest just to get a word in flight sim. Like, so what we should do is we go in concerted effort and carve like bush rats into a forest somewhere in the US. So the next time the
Plow a
satellite goes over,
747 into the forest.
we need to do. A
No,
whole
what
bunch
you
of them
do
to
is you
draw
you write penis, and then you carve bush wraps into every stump.
Oh, there's like more writing over here too. Here's the MQM and there's this other thing.
Yeah. It's this. There's like Arabic and then SSP.
Oh yeah, there's been a few of those. There's a few of those in this area.
Right here.
Let's go and have a look at this.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Flying without yaw sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
Do not recommend.
Need pedals, man.
Yeah, I gotta build them. Fuck.
Oh yeah, you've got no twisty stick, have you?
No.
Because of the sidewinder force feed. Yeah.
I mean, I could have taken either of the twisty methods and tried to figure out a way, but I'm lazy.
Well, all it is a potentiometer inside the X52. So surely the X56 is the same.
Well, no, but well, yeah, it's the exact same. But the issue is that the grip chamber that the X56 grips around perfectly.
Yep.
The only way you can actually get it to do that, you have to remove the tension spring that would allow it to twist back and forth, and then when it's on there, it won't move. So it doesn't have any twist in the grip when it's attached. So it's sort of one of those like I could, but it would literally be pointless.
That's very cool. I like the way that stuff like that has made it into the game because of the use of satellite imagery.
We find out it says like Mandy smells like farts.
It might well do. It might be horrific and racist, or it could be anything. I doubt
We're
it.
just hanging out, like glorifying this hate speech.
Yeah, they could, you know, it it might be. If anybody knows what that says and can let us know on the DM, though, on the quiet, just in case it's like ruthless. Like, it could be quite pleasant though. To be fair, might be nice. Might be like the Pakistani version of Live, Laugh, Love.
Which honestly is probably live, laugh, love. People aren't that creative.
No, yeah, it's probably the same. Live, laugh, bebop. That's what it says.
No, in my house it's bebop. Bebop. Bebop.
Where are we going?
And I go, what?
We're gonna head east or the push.
Yeah, I'm. That's where I'm currently heading.
Sounds good.
Thanks for the follow, Bad Max. If anybody's watching and wants to join us, feel free. We have a Discord. Type exclamation mark Discord and come and join us. We do flights twice a week. Not just twice
Anybody
a week.
who's
We do flights all the time.
Anybody who's interested in pursuing their private license and doesn't have that, I'm actually going to be doing some real-life skills tests and stuff like that, so we'll be doing some challenge runs in the future.
I wouldn't take any
So if
flying
you're
lessons off
interested
him.
in that. I'm not going to give flying lessons, fuck that, are you kidding? It's up to you to learn how to fly. I'm just going to give you
Oh,
interesting
sure.
challenges on how to fly in them that would maybe not be so successful if you weren't as familiar with your plane.
Hello from North Yorkshire, or South Yorkshire, sorry, my apologies. South Yorkshire in the UK. There's a guy
This
here.
is not financial advice.
Yeah, that's it. There's a guy from guy in the chat from La Rochelle in France. Come and join us,
Right
man.
on.
It'd be nice to have some more Euro people in here. We've got a whole bunch of people from North America. We've got a couple of Austrians. We've got Canada.
Dirty fucking Canadians.
Like Bebop, he's a dirty Canadian here.
Yeah.
Dirty syrup drinker.
Just stinking up the place with our empathy.
And
We have an apology of Canadians.
Yeah, we have an apology of
Yeah.
Canadians in the group, yeah.
Yeah.
I've literally told that to anybody who'll listen.
I told that to some of my friends and they all think it's fucking dead on and hilarious.
Yeah, it's great.
Hey, I'll see you guys some other time.
Yeah,
Right,
see you later,
have a good
Moose.
night.
Have a good night.
Here I am. Why am I going so slow? Flaps full extended.
Have I got... You've just made me think about it now. My flaps are good. I can hear jet engines again. But sure enough...
I
there's an
can
A320
hear the jet engines again.
He's doing a good job of staying at 110 odd knots.
Jared is 27,000 feet up, so
Where's the Greek? There he is. TBM. Nice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Timo, Jared is still
I
climbing.
can't breathe up here, but
Yeah, that is an unpressurized aircraft. Really.
breathing is for pussies.
Yeah, not loyal enough to hold his breath.
Yeah, exactly. You aren't a man until you've tried to run to your ship without a helmet on in Star Citizen.
Yeah.
And then choked to death on the landing pad because you ran out into zero.
Because you can't find
No
the door
atmosphere.
open button because it's like badly made.
And you just ran out into the vacuum with your face exposed.
I'm going to stick it down on that because that looks quite interesting down there. I don't know why I put the flaps down.
Yeah, put it down here.
Yeah,
The
I'm
most
gonna-
common sound an
it's a really
idiot
cool
hears
sound.
in Star Citizen is as your character walks out of the airlock without a helmet
'Cause
on.
You forgot to put your helmet on again.
Yeah.
Always look for the global chat in the helmet.
Yeah.
How often do they
Although
do
the
server
global
resets?
They haven't done one in ages, have they?
Not
they
very
haven't
often. They haven't done a reset since they turned on persistence in December of 2019. But they're planning on doing one when they introduce the new jump gate systems with new planets and stuff, because that'll just make sense, because they're basically resetting the economy and stuff and spreading things out differently, and like missions will behave differently. So it'll be kind of like, because like people like me who literally own like 2 of every ship in the game because they've played so much, like it's like people like me will have a reason to play again instead of like logging on and being like, I'm bored immediately.
This is very cool. This town looks amazing. This little village or whatever looks really cool. That is not a suitable place to land either.
I do not see a town. I just see a sandbar.
Yeah.
Also, impressed that the sand looks like sand here.
You should be seeing some building. You have your
like some of the sand dunes actually look freaking amazing right now. And yeah, I've got all the live data on and stuff, but I don't got no buildings.
That's odd.
It's a ghost town, a town you never heard of, because it never existed. It's only in your mind. Ghost town.
This is not a suitable place to land. But I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to land between the... let's do that. I can get between those buildings, can't I?
Between here. Oh, all the buildings just started to come in.
I would say buttery smooth, but there was nothing smooth about that. Oh, there's a crash happening. Oops.
Hey,
it doesn't look as spectacular from down here now.
I'm trying to 2-wheel spin it instead of yawing. It's kind of working. Nope, it's not working anymore. Now I'm just on a wing.
Nice. There we go. Ooh. There's the standard A320.
Oh yeah, BAP. I was looking at those force feedback yoke pedals, those DIY ones that you can make.
Yeah.
Do not use a stepper motor.
No?
No.
Why not?
Under torque tension, it will snap with heat.
What the,
apparently you just use like a DC, and I was like, really?
Alright then.
It's, yeah. Like there's some like hobby motors that are really good for it apparently that are super cheap.
Yeah. Well, stepper motors are geared too. You're not gonna.
You can gear.
Usually they use a belt system for those.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just use RC car motors. They're all big DC motors. The same ones that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's kind of what the guy was recommending you use. Is basically just like a beefy RC car motor, just something that can put a little bit of weight behind your foot, but not actually like. Because stepper motors, like, the thing that I recognized was that, like, because the internals of stepper motors are all, like, held together by acrylic, right?
No.
So it's like...
Shouldn't, like, direct drive stepper motors and 3D printers. It's just a big shaft with essentially a motor and then
well, no, but then it's also got acrylic parts on the inside, and when they heat up, they crack.
Yeah. Well, Prusa have got a problem then, because that stepper motor on the front of my Prusa gets to about 70 degrees.
Well, no, that's kind of like, it's generally okay with intolerances because acrylic isn't fragile at that temperature, but it's like, the idea is that if you're putting it overly, because that's what the whole thing about, that's like one of the main signs that you use to tune your stepper motors with, and like your drivers, is that if your stepper motors are too hot, you're getting maybe a bit too much voltage.
Yeah. I trust Prusa, because if that sets fire to my house, they can pay for a new one.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And, well, and you've also got the fact that Prusa will replace it if it breaks.
Yeah.
So, because Prusa's a good company for that.
Yes.
I have a friend who works there, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's check.
Yeah, it's they're a great company. I had one little tiny
Joseph
problem with mine.
Prusa
They fixed it
is
straight away.
a real boon to the community.
Yeah.
It's like I love looking at like his timeline from when he started his company as like literally just him in a basement with two
Mahoney's in the power solo.
like A2 clones that he had made himself. And then he released like the first Prusa as like a kit that he was putting together himself.
And now he's got
and
like
then now
300
has
odd
a factory
employees.
with 400 now. 400.
And like 1,500
They have
printers
a
going all the
9-floor
time.
factory. Yeah.
Largest
they have a 9-floor
print farm on the
factory.
planet.
Yeah, and they're also the only place that takes the excess filament and cutoffs and stuff, and then will take recycled filament from other people and then remelt it into new filament.
Yeah.
So they've got a facility for that on one of the floors of their factory now, which is like, God
I know
damn.
their filament production lines, they've been trying to ramp them up ever since they got the first one, haven't they? This is an incredible looking area as well. Like all those little that sort of terraced farming looks amazing. I love the scenery in the parts of this game. Some of the scenery is absolutely incredible. Just the it's just so nice. There's lots of places where it just really isn't that great. But like you said, the US probably paid a lot for their satellite data.
Well, the thing that's also interesting is that, did you guys hear about the new collaboration Asobo's doing, or at least the Bing team is doing for all future updates?
What's that?
One of the largest companies for data and fleet management that offers the largest suite of tools for global corporations that are running like hundreds of ships and stuff across the planet.
Yeah.
They are teaming up with Bing to give them more accurate flight data and stuff and weather data.
Oh, cool, guys! I'm just going to put my plane down, and I'll be right back.
Yeah. No.
I've just got to go and quickly attend to something. Won't be a few minutes. Like nobody on Twitch judged me for this landing. It's deliberately going to be dreadful because I've got to get something sorted out.
I told you no like 10 times.
Oh, I'll land already. Okay, yeah, that was a dreadful landing. Okay.
It's kind of nice that I'm familiar enough with the X-Cub now that like without having any of the instruments, like without having like my actual panel visible because I just didn't bother to turn on the lower monitor, I still know how fast I'm going. Kind of generally, like I can hear the motor and I know the controls well enough that I know that I'm not going to fuck up to a certain extent. That's pretty cool. Just through like experience with the plane. Also having a billion buttons, that helps. Oh yeah, and I was thinking about like the spring tension stuff. And one of the things I was thinking about, because I want to buy a pack of them, and I was like, what are some projects I could use them
Ethiopia,
for?
you say? I'll have to check that out some more this week. Maybe give me the next mission. I haven't really done a great deal of Africa, to be honest.
Oh, didn't we check out that one place with the crazy floors?
The what?
Or were you with us there? I don't know if you were with us then.
Where was that?
I was out in Africa, like 2 weeks ago or so.
Oh no, I don't think I have seen that.
I think North was with me, but I don't remember if you were. There's just an area where it's relatively flat, so it's not much of a bush flight, but it's as soon as you get to about 15,000 feet, it is just bonkers how gorgeous it is.
Nice. Impressive.
Yeah, because you can see, like, it's sort of like, it's crazy to you can, once you get up to a certain height, you can basically see mineral veins in the surface of the Earth.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
So there's like mountains of iron oxide and stuff like that around, and it's pretty crazy. It's a really like and there's some areas that very obviously have large pit mines with like waste rivers and stuff like that. It's fucked up.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
But it's
I'll drop in the Discord. I was flying. I can't remember. It was Wednesday or something. But there was like a rainbow texture on the mountain.
Oh, crazy!
And it looked really cool. As you fly past it, just like glinting, and it looked. I don't know whether it was from the weather, or just from like there's like an odd texture on the ground. I'll post them. Yeah. That looked really cool. I've seen a few random bits like that. Right, let's get out of here. Ethiopia. Yeah, man, that doesn't surprise me. You know, the first thing most people think of when they think of Ethiopia is desert, isn't it? But there's a lot of places like that in Africa. There is a massive desert there. There's also a lot of green as well.
Yeah.
I've got to move my chair up a tiny bit. It's slumped down a tiny bit. Let's go all down there. Have a look down there. I love the little bits of green on this map, in this area. So it's all sort of deserty and dry, and then you go down by the river, and these big sort of chunks of green from the
sort of vegetation and
yeah,
shrubbery
it
sections.
It looks great. There's been a whole bunch of them. You look down any of the valleys, and you can see right at the bottom is just this green. Let's get this trimmed out. I said I was going to have my trim wheel built this week, and I never did.
What are you doing with your life? Nothing?
Yeah. Well, then. See, there's one coming up now. Just a huge area of green. It looks brilliant. Nice.
That is awesome, whoever that is on the road.
That looks cool. Yeah. Just a little tiny forest that's in the middle where the farming is as well. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Let's not look at the top of the hill there with the weird texture.
This random forest in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Trees single-handedly supply all the oxygen for the people in this area.
So when I was planning this flight out, I didn't even Bavax, we are on North Europe servers. And the nearest airport, wow, that's a question. It's not OPCL. Actually, it is. But if you had me in game, that's my name in game. So just add me on that, and I'll just let me know when you've done it, and I'll.
That's the other thing too. I wish they would give an in-game notification when somebody adds you.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because you just have to keep clicking escape and checking, or have them tell you.
Yeah. Got a little tight formation here. Nice. We've still got a decent group. This is nice. Never been this far up the valley. Don't know what to expect. There is another airport, OPGT, which looks like a larger one. Probably just head towards that.
Oh yeah, and fun fact, Bap.
Yeah.
That whole thing that caused that kerfuffle with Reddit and whatever.
Yep.
I got confirmation from CIG that it is griefing.
Nice.
So he's not even right.
I don't know. He's had one of his simps, like
bad word
reply
on Twitch.
to all the messages I put on Twitter, like with the same thing. So it's like the guy just looks like a moron now. It's like as if he I didn't already think the guy was a moron, because I do.
I mean, the guy's name is does have dumb in it.
Yeah, I don't care, but you don't I don't care if someone does something, but then they sit there trying to argue with it, and the moment their argument fails, they just start insulting people again. It's like, get out, mate. I don't know who you're trying to insult here, but I'm A, way better at this than you are at this point in my life, so that's a battle you're not going to win. And B, I really couldn't care less. Just come up with a decent argument to your point, and then maybe I'll listen to it. But he didn't. He just kept spouting the same nonsense over and over again, and that got him banned. Yeah. So, or at least temporary banned.
Fair enough.
Dick. Guy's a dick. No time for people like that. There's just no need. Yeah, but I totally agree with you. It is. It's absolutely griefing that. You can't. I've the utmost respect for people who want to do PvP. That's absolutely fine too. There is definitely that is one of the critical elements of that game.
Yeah, and PvP is a huge deal, and I love PvP in when it's an environment where it isn't somebody just ruining your ability to play the game at all.
But that that isn't PvP at that point. That's just straight griefing, and it doesn't add anything. They don't gain anything from it. It's pointless and griefing, especially when they're getting away with it. And there's no risk to them. Makes no sense.
Yeah, because there's no system in place to properly hinder them from.
Yeah, that's it. And he's constantly spouting the same argument to it. Just made no sense to me.
Yeah, that's kind of silly, honestly.
He just kept saying the same thing, man. It was just, and then, but the worst part about it was the entire time he was doing that, adding nothing to the conversation, he was insulting people at the same time. Like, oh, you're just a dumb little idiot, and I'm like, whoa, really? Is that entirely necessary? because it was.
Yeah.
And then he basically used his Twitch, like the guys on, like, it's like if I asked everybody who's watching me on Twitch now to go and like upvote a post on Reddit, you're not allowed to do that. Like, it's literally against the rules.
Yeah, and the post was deleted, so it wasn't on the listings or anything like that.
So the only way you could do that is by
was
sharing it.
drastically changing afterwards.
Yeah, the only way you could do that is by sharing, and he was constantly sharing the same post, and it just, it's like, don't be a dick, man.
And so we got
no need.
Yeah, so we got a temporary ban for 7 days because of brigading, which is against TOS. And he he was like,
if you can hear me, just
Reddit banned me.
If you want to join our Discord server, if you haven't already, join it, and then we do.
And then like
group fights all the
probably
time. So
he's potentially
just keep
facing
an eye on the web page.
like a full-on.
It should be somewhere on my
IP
Twitch if you
ban
haven't
from the
already.
admins
Well,
if they've
thanks very much
escalated
for stopping by.
Because like it's literally like against Reddit even just even privately to share deleted posts is kind of against the rules. It's weird.
Yeah, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it.
You like if you were a part of it, you can see it and stuff like that, but you aren't supposed to like share it after the post was deleted, or you aren't supposed to seek out deleted posts and stuff like that, because that's basically negating the systems in place by Reddit.
So if you comment on something and then that person deletes their post, you can still see
you're
what
flying
their
with us.
post was that you commented on?
Yeah, you can see your comment in the history.
Well, you're
So
part. If you're, yeah, you're in the Discord anyway. Right? Just keep an eye out. We got flights going. Like I said, you're part of it anyway. Doesn't matter. Thanks for following.
So when a post gets deleted, the post itself doesn't disappear or whatever. It just gets removed from the main page listings or whatever. So it's like no new people will be able to find it, and no new comments can realistically or can be made.
We have a fork in the road, gentlemen. We're going left.
Left sounds good.
Right is like the dark path. That seems
I don't know. It looks like Mordor Mountain-y.
It looks. I'm getting a sort of. This is the path of death vibe from it. So.
The copyright strike code.
I swear to God, if I get a DMCA request in the next half hour. Oof. We got some epic formation flying, and the A320's even piloted on it. Nice. Greenleaf. Is Greenleaf in the Discord with us? Mad Max is.
Sure.
That's so close to my bot. Too much power.
Too much power.
Yeah, I'm sitting like 10 knots under the red line, and I don't.
Young Skywalker.
Now that'd be putting a mod for 10 million horsepower in this. Unlimited power. I need to try that once. Put 15,000 horsepower in the caravan. See if I can go straight up. That is impressive work to keep the A320 at the same speed as us. Oh no, so you're doing 150 knots.
Well, it works.
Yeah. Formation flying with 3 caravans, 4 caravans, and an A320. Nice.
That's what they do at their shows.
Yeah. We're gonna get a quick screenshot of this. I've got to say, the terrain looks better on my second monitor through OBS than it does on my main screen. I must have the colours washed out or something on this monitor. Dude, that looks amazing. Oh, we got the random green and another large town coming.
Someone is inverted right now.
That's a common occurrence. Jared, yep, nice. TBM? Oh no, holy shit, it's a caravan. Wow.
Just confirming inversion.
It just looked like a TBM when I looked at it, because it's just, you know, the wings on the bottom. It's got the TBM shape, except the wheels are on the top. That's not normal. Nice. Oh, look at this. You see the random field of green in the middle of the... just in the middle of nowhere. Has your engine not cut out yet?
No.
No?
I can't breathe though.
There's a whole bunch of aircraft in this. If you go inverted for too long, the engine just shuts off because of, you know, gravity feed fuel. Does it in a couple of the Cubs, doesn't it? Does it in the Zenith, the CH701? I'm not sure whether it does it in the Power Solar. Okay, it's like swapped over to like lower res textures. Nice. Let's make sure we're going the correct way. Yep. The airport's just coming up.
We got to try for a formation landing.
Yeah, I think we should. Oh, there's a 7-4 now as well.
Can you do 150 knots with a 747?
I can keep it 150 knots. You should be able to.
Once.
Yeah,
Oh,
747 can sit at 150, full flaps.
Oh.
As long as you take the weight out of it, if you want.
Just A320, I am doing full flaps, like 78% throttle.
Where's this airport? Allegedly right on top of it. This is a really cool little area, I like this. Google it and find out what the town's called. There's the airport. That might not be suitable for a large civil airliner. Maybe. Oh, there's more. I'm gonna go check that and I'll do it. More hillside graffiti over here, chaps.
Oh yeah. Defenders of North, it says.
Defenders of North, NA Scouts. Nice.
Oh.
That's cool.
Oh, there is more on the hill on the right, I think. Or
Thanks for the follow, Dave.
is that the graffiti or not?
Come join us if you want. In fact, it's probably
Yeah,
a few of us
it
gonna be
says
jumping on after
welcome.
this, so. But if you type an exclamation mark Discord if you're not already in the Discord, we do group flights a couple of times a week, large ones. You're more than welcome to join. We've always got people flying. If you want to.
Here in front of my jet, it's quite a big graffiti actually.
If you want to fly with anybody. Oh yeah, good man. Yeah, like if you we've got a decent sized group now, so like, there's normally people on daily flying. If you fancy flying with people, you can just choose when you want to. We do 2 big group flights a week, like organised ones with normally like this time I did a script for this one, which is unusual. Never done that before. I put the flaps down way too early then, it would have torn them clean off the side of the aircraft. Too much float. Smooth. Oh. I mean, I landed 3/4 of the way down the runway, but... Dave, no, this is standard Microsoft Flight Simulator, man. We did a couple of little scenery tweaks, but we didn't add any textures. There's no payware here. It's all just as Asobo intended. Some of them do look like there's a whole bunch of us that go around scouting for like some of the most detailed terrain to fly around for our group flights. So Mojo Mike, who was flying with us earlier, who's not anymore, has done a couple of really, really amazing plans through New Zealand and through Austria, and we've done this one. This is in Pakistan. There's some really good ones in BC, Canada. There is, I'm trying to think of the other one we went on that had amazing scenery as well. It just looked incredible, even in live weather with some snow. But no, this is all just standard in the game. We got a yeah, this is right. So this is pretty much towards the end of the flight, Dave, as well. We had, when we started off, I think there was like 22 of us. We started off in caravans. Oh, okay, cool, yeah, man. Oh yeah, I see you. Yeah, right there. Wait just a second here. I'm also gonna say your name is Dave from The Rock, and you also have IOM in your name as well. So I'm going to confidently assume that you're that you're on the Isle of Man. I say confidently. I'm saying it confidently. But you'll. There you go. That's the reason IOM's in my name. I don't actually live there anymore. I moved to South Yorkshire about a year and a half ago. I've been living here with my partner, but I lived there most of my life in Farm Hill and Onken. Well, I lived there since I was about 7 years old, I think. Hi guys.
Oh hell yeah! I didn't even see you guys like posted up down at the end of the runway.
Oh, we got. I need to.
When I get down there.
Yeah, look at that. The ground textures in this particular part of the world look incredible.
Yeah, this was definitely a cool area to fly through.
I mean, even looking off to the west, just this backdrop of mountains is pretty nuts.
Look at that. How many games
Baptiste.
you get on that? Yes, Salusa.
So you wanted ideas for flights. I was thinking if there would be anything interesting to see around Chernobyl and Pripyat.
I've looked at that. There isn't. Like,
oh,
I really want there to be. Like, I would like to do a flight through there.
There's certain governmental exclusion zones of big data and stuff.
Yeah, so there's not like
everything can be deep scanned.
Yeah, it's not like amazing graphically. I've been and checked that out. I'd like to go and check because there's the other cool stuff there as well, not just Chernobyl. There's like there's all the Chernobyl related stuff, including Pripyat. But there's stuff like the Duga 2 radar, that massive radar.
Indeed.
And like that's the kind of stuff that I wish, and I hope. In fact, it might be worth checking out. Somebody might have already added it as a DLC, like a freeware DLC. So
Oh.
it might be worth checking out. Like, and if it is, it might well be worth planning a trip.
You know what would be fucking rad?
Go.
Spitfire's coming out, right?
Oh yeah.
We should do a World War II battle site tour.
I'm totally up for that.
Oh, that would be bad.
We should definitely do it because of the UK update coming next week, unless they haven't delayed it again. The UK update is
I
next
said it was
week
11th or
between,
something.
Yeah,
right?
between the 9th and the 11th, they said that'd be coming out. So I'm
cool to
super
do a
looking forward to
World
that. Like, if it's out before next Wednesday's random group flight will be we'll fly down the Thames or something. Because they're supposed to have upgraded London quite significantly, and there's loads of bridges. And stuff.
I'm super down. I'm super down to do a UK run next week.
But I'm more than happy to take off from random World War II airfield and do a run.
Well,
over Germany
I think one of a really cool one, just or go into places that are just places that are just almost inaccessible by foot. That battles happen that we know about, that we can find obscure battles that aren't the
Somme, that's got the texture, that's got the because I've been there, and that's an incredible place.
Right on.
Ypres and the Somme and all the huge graveyards. You have no idea. It's literally mind blowing when you get there. You're fuck! They're just so massive. 70,000 people in one place. You're 150,000 people in one place. It's just nuts. Just how big they are.
When I was in Cambodia, I went and I checked out the killing fields, and that was nuts.
Oh yeah.
That was a feeling of heaviness that I've never experienced in my life
that's
before.
it. That's exactly what happened to me. I was sat there at this massive monument, and seeing that there's three people with the same name as me, memorialized on this monument, and they're all buried in that same. There are 3 people with just the same name as me. And there's 100,000 other people, 150,000 other people on this one memorial. And I'm sitting there going, holy shit,
I would be interested to.
Insane.
I think it would be interesting to check out also some areas from the Finnish-Russian campaign.
Yeah.
Because Russia got stomped so aggressively when they went into Finland.
Yeah.
That I think it would be interesting to explore, just because whoever. Because I think it would be cool to maybe if one of us took one little section and then another one did, so we did some research and then did a guided tour.
Yeah, I'm quite
sick, I think.
I'm quite happy to set up the Bushrats Warbirds Association once a few decent warbirds set out, and we can do warbird running as well. I'd enjoy that.
Yeah, and then there's that guy who's got the
Lancaster.
There's that guy who's building the system, the Authenticate system, where he's built that 3D printable Spitfire, accurate 2-axis and brake lever stick.
I've seen that.
Just on locations, World War II and also bush flying, Papua New Guinea.
Yeah, so you're not there. You're not the first person to suggest that today, actually.
Yeah, there's a disappointing amount of detail in there at the moment because there's nothing there. But I know for a fact there's lots and lots of little bush aircraft and mountaintop runways and stuff like that. So that'd be cool. Plus, there's World War II significance as well.
Yeah,
there's
cool.
There's that YouTuber missionary bush pilot flies through Papua New Guinea in this aircraft.
I think I've never actually watched the video, but I've seen the videos on YouTube. I've seen his channel on YouTube. I'll have to click through that. Well, if anybody wants to plan their own flight, don't hesitate to do it. Just send either me, North Coast, or Big Lanky the details. And once you've got a plan formulated, you'll get a Discord tag as a tour operator, and that all of the other people it's just a separate channel for all the people who've previously organised flights. And whoever has already previously, we haven't got to the point where we've got so many backlogged that we need to do this yet, but the whole idea is if people are, supplying flights more than once a week, then all the people who previously suggested a flight or planned a flight will vote on which one goes next. So if you've got any ideas and you fancy planning a trip out, and you fancy planning a nice area, then don't hesitate. You're more than welcome to. We've got, off the top of my head, I think there's 3 trips planned that have been through all the planning. There's a couple that are in the basic beginning stages of being planned, as well. So there's definitely another BC trip from Waffa. Volcan's got a trip coming up. Mojo Mike's got a trip coming up. Bebop, I think, was planning on doing one.
I've got 2 that I want to plan.
So, like, if you want to plan one, just do it. Send the details over, and I'll put you the tag on Discord so you can go into that. And like if you need help with any of the planning, like all the guys who've previously planned it will help.
Also, I realized that if I want to have caves inside this game to make a really difficult landing, I have to fucking model a cave.
Yeah. Rip.
So here I am once again, torn into pieces, learning Blender. Can't pretend I understand anything.
No, I don't. I keep like looking at Blender and going, oh, should I? And then not bothering.
I get to the basic shape, and then as soon as somebody's like, "You're gonna throw materials and textures on it," I'm like, "What now? What are those things?" But I'm gonna be making a... I don't know if one of them is like a full trip. I might try and combine them into one, because my idea is that I want to do a Vancouver Island-based trip.
Yeah.
In BC, because grew up there, love it. Well, I grew up on the southern part of the island, so I haven't really explored a lot of the North Island, so it would be really cool to fly around and check it out. And then the other thing that I wanted to do was do that Bush Rats Bangarang course in the Southern Gulf Islands. So maybe I'll figure out a way to like
let's just
add them
pretend
together
I
for
flew at the
everything.
airport and didn't forget about it. Yeah, I'm just going to carry on following this river, see where it goes. I'm enjoying this. This flight's been really good. And everyone just seems to be following me anyway.
What is your heading right now?
288, but it's going to change. Yeah, 288, 285, 286.
I copy that, cool, got you. I'm doing nameplates off because it looks cool.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, you should check out that mod. It's really nice having it able to bind to a hotkey.
Just keeping that A320 at 110 knots, that was pretty impressive. I'm speeding up now, fellas. I realised I had my flaps down.
You can also, with that same add-on, it's got an option you can turn the UI off. So if you're flying in third person, you can toggle on and off the UI elements.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that sounds like just what I need because I've got those turned off just because it looks better when I'm recording.
Yeah, there for a while. Whenever I want to take a screenshot, you have to go in the menu, turn off the nameplates, take your screenshots, go back in, turn them on. But this is just, it's default map to backspace, so it works out pretty convenient.
I'm still super impressed with the terrain here. It looks incredible. This town, this area, I don't know what it's called. I'd like to find out. Anybody have any idea?
Not sure.
No idea.
How are your guys' computers handling London?
Mine's okay, but mine's not.
CPU and GPU?
3900X and a 2070.
I'm trying to push my 1060 into 1440p here. Doesn't work.
That's asking a lot of it, to be honest. Yeah, especially in this game. Like, you'd have better results in 1080p for sure.
I wanna see things.
Well, I'm running it in 1080p. And it looks great on my machine.
Right now I got 27 FPS.
I couldn't tell you what I've got. Let's have a look. Where's display FPS?
It's in the def menu.
Right now I'm getting 36, 37. And it's dipping down every now and again.
Not sure what settings I got though.
I'm CPU limited at the moment as well.
With that I at least upgraded to a 5600X.
Yeah.
Not a long time ago. I don't know why in other countries people have such a hard time getting these new Horizons. Here
Yeah,
they were always available.
I can't get them. I literally bought this 3900X about a month ago because I couldn't get a 5000 series, and my last machine broke, so I had no choice. So I had to get.
Basically, like every time I looked in the main stores, they were always there.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I think the best hack that I've ever learned in my life is that the London Drugs by my house always has every computer part I could possibly want because they've got the best tech nerds ever working there.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're in charge of their inventory.
Aviation and Jared, you have got amazing formation skills, I've just got to say. Look at these boys, just sat there.
London Drugs is like I think it's a Canadian specific chain of like drugstores and convenience store kind of things where it's like it's not like a super intense store, so it's literally just like depending on which one you're at, they might have a computer section, and depending on how crazy their manager is, they might have oversight over what their inventory is. Yeah. And if they do, they probably have pretty rad stuff if they pay attention. Every game that was like completely sold out off of every store shelf or whatever, I could always get a copy from this place.
Yeah. I got offered.
Because they always just had extras, because they would just like they would get 10 because it's like basic stock, and then the staff would get it, and then the one other guy who knew that London Drugs would have it would get it.
The stupid part about it was like when the 3950 came out, the 3950X, I could have got one right there and then, like because the guy said they're going to be sold out. Do you want one? And I was like, I'm not sure. And he said, listen, I can't just hold it for you. So if you say you want one, I'll hold one for you. And I said no, and I should have just taken him up on it then, but I never did. And there we go. I should say I am getting 35 FPS in this right now, but my machine is also running OBS.
Oh.
And it's running a bunch of other little apps as well. So I'm not doing too bad.
Can you turn on an FPS counter?
Yeah. And if you've got dev mode on. If you go to options and it's display FPS in the little menu at the top.
Yeah, I'm curious about what my system's doing today. Yeah, because I'm at 1080p on my TV here because I've got a 2K monitor, and I'm at 60 right now. So
that's all right.
I'm running it ultra, but I've also got a 2080 Super, 64 gigs of RAM, and an i7 9700K that's boosted to 5.0 gigahertz.
See, I've got 32 gig of RAM. It's running at 3600 megahertz.
Yeah.
But my computer's also doing 9 other things at the same time. But it's still perfectly playable. Like 60 FPS would be nice. And in some places this thing will quite easily get 80. If I turn off OBS, it'll probably jump up to about 45. Oh, nice. There's a spot down there I'm going to land at.
You're from the UK though, right?
Yeah.
There it's kind of possible to get some graphics cards at least, I noticed. Not here though.
I've not been able to. All the places I would normally get them from, I can't get them from. One of my friends seems to manage to get 5 or 6 at a time and sells them on. But he's got a business doing that now. Like it's not a full-time job for him. He's just got a few of them, and he's managed to find a supply of these things. But he's selling them above market price, and I'm not going to pay above market price. I'll just wait.
Would you call him a scalper then?
No, I'm not. He's not selling them for like double or anything like that. But he's adding like £100 here or there. There's like one of the cards he's just managed to get hold of. He's selling them for like I think they're £40 above what they sell for retail. So that's not too bad. But I still won't pay more than that. Like I don't see the point. I can quite happily wait. It doesn't bother me.
I was building some computers for my cousins, and I had to. It's like with the newest Ryzen 7s, this kind of a build and 32 gigs of RAM and such, and in addition to that, they have to use a 12-year-old GPU.
Oh yeah.
Can't do anything.
Having a brand new, like in this machine right now, I've got the 2070 and I've got a GT710 that runs a couple of monitors as well.
Oh, there's a graffiti below us. Welcome to something.
I have a 2080 Super and I upgraded from a 1660 Ti. And when the guy who was selling me the 2080 Super found out that I had a 1660 Ti, he was like, "I will buy it from you for $300." And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
is it that people like them for mining cards?
Well, it's because they're like they're the perfect level for like companies. Like there's a bunch of companies that use them as workstation GPUs.
Yeah.
So if you have one as a backup, it means that your company's just better off. So he offered me $300 because he could charge $500 for a company to replace one of their GPUs with one of these.
That's lucky.
Yeah, but I still have it because I was like, I might need it more than $300 is worth to me right now.
Yeah.
If I wasn't planning to play any games for like half a year, it might be a great time to actually sell my 1060 for more than I bought it 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 970 sat on the shelf up there, but I don't think it works. I think it's got some weird bug where it just doesn't have an output anymore.
Anyways, in the UK you have some kind of a store called British Miners, I think, or some miners of some sort, I don't know. And they have graphics cards in stock quite often, although the prices are not so great, but they are there.
Added on top of the fact that AMD and Nvidia just didn't have enough chips to even make their cards in the first place.
Yeah, that's because the only place that can manufacture them is a company called TSMC. So they're making them for every company on the planet at the moment, and they just can't keep up.
But it's because Nvidia switched to them as it trying to dick over AMD, and then wound up dicking over themselves. So I don't understand it as a move.
It's time for a landing. Easy peasy. Buttery smooth. Avoid the bushes. I think that might be it for the bush flying for me.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks for organising that.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Time for us to blow up some fucking racists. Yeah. Let's go to space.
Let's go to space. Guys, thank you very much for flying. I really appreciate everybody who came.
Great flight.
Thanks for organizing and making that nice story about it and everything.
Yeah, no worries.
Amazing.
The next one that I do with the storyline. The next one that I do with the storyline, I'm going to put a load more effort into, so that you might have to do a little bit of reading as well. Because I enjoy doing that. So now that I know it sort of goes down well, I'll spend a bit more time on the next one. Thanks very much. Frog, no worries. Thanks very much. Join the Discord if you haven't already.
I'll get my A320 something to drink here.
More than welcome. Come on the next flight. We'll do one on Wednesday next week, and there'll be one next Saturday as well. I'm not sure what's on next Saturday. I'd have to check. Oh, show my graphics settings. Yeah, no worries, man. Let's see what...
Anyways, I'll be in my Discord if anybody needs it.
Yeah. Do you guys want to keep flying, or is everybody getting off?
Large member is now following. Love it. Love the name, man. we got Iron Wolf, and we got a large member. I like it.
Bap, I'm probably gonna keep streaming for a little bit if you want to raid.
Oh yeah, can do, man. Yeah, sure. So I'm just going to show Dave. Dave wants to see the graphics settings I've got on my machine. I'll do that, and then we'll go over to Big Lanky's channel. He's streaming the same thing, so bear with us. My graphics settings are.
It was a nice evening, so good night, gentlemen.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks very much. So we got 1080 VSync is on for some reason. Don't know why. But then everything's on high, not on ultra. I'm going to play around with this next couple of days and see if I can't just squeeze just something a little bit nicer out of it. But there you go. That's my settings. Everything's on high. Render scaling's at 100. I'm going to play around with it the next few days. Actually, mate, if you I accidentally changed something. No worries. But what I'll do is, if I can figure out how to do this, let's see. Thanks very much, everybody who followed me as well, by the way. I appreciate that. If you're still watching, we'll come on now. Just go over there and we'll go and raid Big Lanky if you haven't already seen him. He's streaming exactly the same thing. So thanks very much for following. And we'll see you on Wednesday and next Saturday.
See you, bet.
See you later, Lanky. Cheers, Dave. See you later. Rock, get it, Ran. Get it immediately. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun to fly in group as well. I'll see you later. See you guys later. There you go, Lanky.
Sweet. Thanks, man.
No worries.